Good evening everybody. Thank you, Jack, for that lovely cheer. Good evening everyone, I hope you're doing well. Let's swap over to the regular scene. There we go, we have a sleeping cookie above my head again. Good evening one and all, I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. Who have we got in tonight? We have Twakilol, Sist, Metcat, Wayman Live, Silent Mouse is here, Apophis, Rhyperia, Talmathos, Coffee Cat, Makazu, Jack, of course. We have RDB in the screen as well. Lovely to have you here. The dudes here: Aspie Savage, Viper, Shocky Bruto. Hello from Germany. Guten Abend to you, big heads. Metcat, Wuru, and Trivial Gnome, and Kojak. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely evening so far. Oh, RDB is your way. Is that you, Silent Mouse? Fantastic. I always struggle with the various names we have for all our alts and everything else. Oh, did I skip you, creatives? I do apologise. Good evening to you, creatives, as well. 1,000 apologies. A double good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. And Frodo, good evening to you. How's everyone been this weekend? I hope you've had a good weekend so far. Lots going on in the gold making community, and lots of gold to be made, hopefully. There we go. Thank you. Newavin, good evening to you. I hope you're having a lovely evening so far. Just finished watching my new video and baking some banana bread, so ready for the stream. Oh, fantastic. I bet that banana bread smells lovely. Too long voice on the screen is better than one. Absolutely, absolutely indeed. And Mushy, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. How's your weekend been? Hope it's all been good so far. We have a sleeping, fast asleep cookie over to my right, just down there, and then over that direction. You can't quite see, but she's curled up. The entire house smells like bananas now. That sounds brilliant. Popped a Patreon sub my way today, so thank you for your contribution. Oh, thank you so much, Aspie Savage. That's really, really kind of you. I do appreciate the support over on Patreon. That's incredibly kind of you, because with those, that means that I can do more of this. So thank you indeed. I know emotes will go some way. Thank you so much. There we go. Thank you very much. So things tonight. We've got the Wowhead blog. Obviously, once that goes live, we'll go through and talk through that. Lots of things to discuss about Shadowlands professions. Obviously, that's one of the big topics this week, because I was able to dive in over the past couple of streams, and we had a look at Shadowlands professions, which is shaping up to look quite interesting indeed. So I put all my thoughts down in the Wowhead blog. And then we've got some other news on, obviously, confirmation of the extinction event, the poor Brutosaur being moved to the black market auction house. And then we have a nice article on some classic gold making as well. So once that goes live, we'll go through and talk through all of those. Let me just double check before I do jump into opening my mailbox, just to make sure it hasn't gone live already. And I'll just scroll down. Where's it gone? Have they changed the format of the title? Oh, it's over the other side. Hold on. My window's too big. Let me just move this back over this side, and then I can scroll that side. There we go. Now I can see that. That's better. Move my windows around. There we go. Trishan, good evening to you. Skylex, Jeannie, and Gibson, good evening all. Question, what did I record yesterday? Yesterday was me recording the add-ons video, Silent Mouse. Hamachi, thank you so much for the follow. I got it pretty much all recorded and sorted out. I'm losing track of time. Yes, it was this. It was yesterday. Nature, I love that. That's absolutely amazing set of emotes there. Lovely to have you here. And Doc Otter, good evening to you. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend so far. So what I'll probably do is, whilst I'm waiting for the Wowhead blog to go live, we'll go through and I'll go finish off my mailbox opening and bits and pieces. As you'll see, we've added another add-on to the list. Thanks to Jack, I've got Titan Panel now up the top here, which I haven't gone through my other characters yet, so we don't see anything on anyone else yet. But it does look interesting. It's a bit weird seeing something up at the top there. I almost feel like I've got a hat on my head and I can't quite see it. I'm kind of not used to seeing something up at the top of my peripheral vision. VLA Flip, good evening to you. And Can Be Sama, good evening to you. Your Tortico likes Sam's voice. Oh, that's fantastic. You've run that for 15 years, have you, Mushy? Wow. You get used to it. I think I will do it. Obviously I don't need the location now because it's up here. And then XP per hour could be quite interesting. I'll have a look at that. Knowing how full my bags are at a glance is really quite nice, actually. And durability is always an interesting one, definitely. Happy that GoFest is finally over. Poor phone can have a break now. I didn't do GoFest. I've never done it before. This is my first time really playing Pokemon Go. I didn't fancy paying the £15 for it. I wasn't sure what I would get from it, and I didn't have the time to be able to spend a lot of time doing that. So I didn't actually join in this time. If you right-click on the bar, you can add and remove stuff. Ah, okay. So I can add XP, multi-info, reset. Very interesting. Okay, XP gained, gold. Hide gold per hour. So that's gold per hour, is it? Gold info, Samadan. Total gold. Earns this session. Starting gold 248. Okay, well, let's see what happens when we open my mailbox. And clicking and holding on items will make you move them. Okay, so... Oh, yes. That's very intuitive. Actually, didn't actually want to move that back there. Let's go back that way. There we go. We'll keep it at the default for the moment. That should be good. Wave, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And Zanzaful, lovely to have you here. Love the emote. The duck's lovely. Right, let me go have a look whilst I'm here. We'll go and start. I know I've done Samadan already. I did Samadan earlier today. So we've got pure sales here at the moment for the week, which is looking a reasonable. What have we got here? We have Enchant Weapons, Elemental Force, Biltong Food, Dubious Delight from Frostweave Bags, Uncanny Combatant Satin Belt, that's an unusual one, for 4,000 gold. Deep Sea Bags coming at 356, Netherweave Bags coming in at just over 11 gold, so that's not a huge profit there. Embroidered Deep Sea Bags sold those four for 3,000 each, and then Hexweave Bags, Deep Sea Bags, so there's a lot of bags at the moment, and then a few enchants here and there, a little bit of food mixed in, and then some more deep sea bags, some more food, 60 biltong there for 2,000, and then a quick navigation down at the bottom. Okay, that's pretty decent. Lots of server lag and headaches for the most part, and shinies. Okay, I'm glad you got some shinies, that's the main thing. There's a lot of different bags here. Obviously the deep sea bags and the Hexweave bags I could see people buying, but you look at the price of a Hexweave bag at 379, a Frostweave bag at 175 doesn't seem that cost effective really, because unless you really are strapped for cash, that little bit of extra gold will get you a much better bag really. Oh, it just went live? Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Chezzy TV. Thank you for the heads up on that. I'll open up this mail and we'll see what happens to my gold here. So it was at 258, then it went down a little bit weirdly. So we should, yeah, there we go. We broke 3,000. That's fantastic. Earned this hour. Oh, I see. The gold per hour is going down. Now look at that. Earned this session 58,000 gold. 213,000 gold per hour. That's fantastic. Hurry, sell more. Definitely. At that rate, that will definitely be amazing. Webgirl, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And Kenny Bostaff, good evening to you. Hope you're having a lovely evening so far. Just not your server that's got really cheap XP bags. Yeah, I think a lot of them have gone down. For me, on this server, for a while they stayed up at around sort of like the 800-900 gold mark, but now they have finally kind of dropped down a little bit. Rick Law, good evening to you. Glad to be able to catch the stream live again. All settled in this new house? Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you're all settled. Hope all is well. Whilst I remember, I'm going to go check the Wowhead blog and then jump on that. There we go. So I'll copy the link for this one, and then we'll go talk through. We'll do the Wowhead blog first. We'll talk through that, and then we'll probably finish up my gold making here on retail, and then we'll probably pop over to Shadowlands after that and have a look and see if we can explore professions a little bit further and answer any questions, or have a look at things if anyone has any questions there. So let me just change my command first. That and paste that. There we go. And then if I come back here, there we go. And move down here. There we go. It's 649 for a hex bag now. Okay, that's a decent price now. It's gone up, definitely. What was that from Deboding? Did I miss one there, Jack? Trying to scroll up and see it. I can't see it. Oh, there we go. Is your website still up that has the old world alchemy crafts on it? Oh, yes, that one. No, sadly, no, it's not up, is it? That was a good one. There we go. Thank you, Jack. Is that was 134? I've just updated the command. Try it again. There we go. Wowhead. That's the new one. 135. There we go. Titan panel, yes, Neovin. On Jack's recommendation, I have Titan panel. Blast from the past back to vanilla, is it? All right. Well, Jack suggested I put this on, and I'm getting used to it at the moment. It's an extra line at the top of my vision, but I am getting used to it. Used it back in the day too. I guess what do people use most of the time these days? Is it LVI, or do they try and keep things standard or clean? I mean, I quite like how it is at the moment. It just gives me an extra border on the top, really, more than anything else. You have it set up to show only when you hover. That could be useful, although for me it's a bit like having the Windows bar at the bottom auto hide. I always forget to push my mouse down, and some things I like to have always visible, really. LVI keeps your add-ons in one place and easy to manage. You think I'd like it, Wave? Yes, I know a lot of people do use it. I wonder if I could maybe sort of customize my... It's a little bit scattered, I think, where I'm at the moment with all my buttons. I mean, maybe something like bartender or something like that will help keep my buttons clear. Use SL data text, SLDT. That's interesting, Silent Mouse. What does that do? I return to classic view after a few weeks. Yeah, I mean, I would try and use the basic stock interface as much as possible. Usually, especially when a new expansion is coming out, because obviously you want things to work straight away. That's the main thing. Master Louis, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. It's all just personal choice. Exactly, Kamisema. Had so many options, it wasn't something for you. That's fair enough. Same as Titan, but pure text form. Ah, right, okay, Silent Mouse. That's pretty cool. So, let me just go and grab this whilst I'm here. Thank you, Bruzy, for the follow. Love to have you here. So, let's go here. I've got both on now. Okay, let me close down one of those windows. I don't need two of them. There we are. We'll go that way. And then we'll move that there. And I'll take that down, actually, so I can see that. Hold on, moving windows around. I'll be with you in a moment. There we are. Scroll that one down. Bartender and sexy map's good enough for you. I think bartender is supposed to... I've seen Hazel talk about it quite a lot, and I could see how that would be very useful, especially if I have myself the left-hand keyboard or weaver thingy and a mouse thing. Then that would be that would be how I would maybe set it up, just to remind me the position of all the buttons and things like that. You like the new blog banner? Yes, I thought I'd change that because we're talking about Shadowlands. So this is a view of the bank area in Oribos. I thought we might as well change up the scenery on this one. Glad Play Games, good evening to you. Sorry for the long messages in Discord. Didn't know I started streaming. No problem. Didn't know I started streaming. I used the last text I sent you. Okay, I haven't gone through all of them, but thank you so much for your responses. I will check it out. Do I have a community guild by any chance? Funny you should ask that, Kenny Bowstaff. We do have a community set up by Jack, if you'd like to put the link in. And Yuffie9, thank you so much for the follow. And Spirit Wolf coming with a resub of 8 months. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Spirit Wolf. I really do appreciate that. Lovely to have you here, as always. And here's a whole load of emotes. Thank you so much. Save me the headache. Okay, no problems. And Traditioner, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. There we are. Thank you, Jack, for putting community in. So this week, Shadowlands Professions, got a chance to have a little bit of a look at it. Upside down cookie going along. So some really nice things looking through on the Professions. One thing that was immediately obvious was there being a ink trader for inscription. I was quite interested in that. I mean, it does seem to take the Umbral ink as a cost. I don't know how economical this is going to be to start with. There doesn't seem to be a way to turn your old inks into the new ink, which I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing or is a thing that we should have. I can't remember what the old Legion ink trader was like, whether it went both ways or it was just the new to the old. But we do have a trader this time. LVI makes where your actions are much cleaner and you get a better view in the whole. Bartender and getting nameplate gives the same effect. Ah, right, okay, thank you, Wave. And Bloodpipe, good evening to you. Can someone recommend an add-on for gold making? Gold tracking. You start to use Accountant, but World Quest goals goes to different categories and mailing goals to your other characters counts as expenditure. You can't change that. Well, the only thing I'd really recommend is obviously TSM, because then you get this fantastic gold graph. And that, for me, is the best way to track my gold. Having a graph like this that you can then zoom in and look at your expenses and all your gold over the accounting period. Ink trader into Legion and BFA inks. It was from new to old inks. Right, okay. So now 50,000 BFA pigments are worthless. Well, I'm not sure at this stage. I mean, obviously this is early stages yet, so I don't know whether this is how it's going to be in the end, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this in the future. Seems all roads lead to TSM. It does seem, if you start wanting to get into gold making in any sort of serious capacity, then yes, I think having TSM, even if you're using TSM for just the market data and the tooltips, it's invaluable really when it comes to gold making. Isn't the current ink trader the same when it comes to ratios? I mean, let's have a look. Let's go to Dalaran. Where is the ink trader? I imagine it's over by the alchemist section. That way we can just compare the two. You made 500k in 6 days just because it helped me so much. That is good testament alone. That no, it is in Dalaran. No, Stormwind. Okay, all roads lead to Star Wars. I thought it was in Stormwind. Not Stormwind. I thought it was in Dalaran. Let me check. I would have thought, excuse me, it would be in here. The alchemy trainer, alchemy supplies. Okay, it's not here. It is in Dalaran, okay. If there is one. Let me just turn on names and things so I can see things here. Display, names, all NPCs, my names, enemy players, friendly players. There we go. That's everything I want on. There we go. Pretend game. On the other side of the building. The building behind that. So that's going to be that one, isn't it? Inscription trainer will be round this side. I think I remember where I'm at now. Up there. Let's have a look up there. That's dual crafting. That's dual crafting. The other side. I knew whichever one I tried, it was going to be the opposite one, wasn't it? Okay. Thank you, Mushroom. There's the herbalism one. And inscriptions around this side. There we go. There we go.
S0 and 0 just subscribed.
There we go. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Suandos. I don't think Brian got your name correct. There we go. But thank you so much for your support. 5 months, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you indeed. There we go. We've got speech chat. Yeah, exactly. We have Brian here for cheers and for subs and resubs. So hopefully all is well with Brian. I'm just testing it out this week. It's been good so far, I think, so far. Okay, so let's have a look. Ink Trader. So this uses roseate pigment to get all the other bits and pieces. Okay, 2 pages of that for all the others. And then when we look at the Ink Trader here, so then you can get ultramarine ink, viridescent, roseate for 1, and then you can get all the others for different amounts of umbral ink. Okay. That's why you had to buy Legion Herbs all that time, literally to be able to do this. To be able to do get herbs from and get ink from any other time. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So obviously they're using umbral inks here, and the other inks you've got are luminous ink and tranquil ink. Tranquil ink
Jack
you get at
the
35.
Dipper cheered. X10. Come and join the in-game gold community on EU Alliance. And it's free.
Fantastic, thank you, Jack. I might have to increase the bit amount on that one. And Zinyan Font, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Hopefully I got your name correct. For the Horde, we do have. I don't think we've got a Horde community yet, but we do have one on the US, don't we? Community US, isn't it? I think so. Nothing is free when Jack's in the equation. That is very true. There is a gold cost somewhere. Good evening, Harry Gamer. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Got a very relaxed cookie sitting next to me now. So what other things have we got with inscription? Obviously the Dark Moon decks looks interesting. They require blank cards for some of these, each of these specific ones. The Dark Moon card of Putrescence, Repose, Indomitable and Voracity all require a blank card like this one for Veracity. But the Dark Moon card of Death just requires luminous ink, tranquil ink and umbral ink. So I wonder what the cost effectiveness is going to be on that. I don't know where we get these blank cards from yet. So it's going to be interesting to have a look at this as it evolves as to how you can get these Dark Moon cards. Obviously you need inscription up at level 80 before you can start doing this. So I could see a lot of demand for herbs at the early stages, certainly. It's going to cost you. Why is it named Trade Skill Master though? Because it's mainly about professions, I would guess. I've never actually asked about why the name was different. Master of all trade skills. Yeah, that would be a good explanation as well. Zanzaful. There's lots of interesting things coming out of Shadowlands Professions at the moment. You're mastering your trading skills. I mean, the in-game community. Oh, right, that's what Jack set up. Basically, I guess it's really kind of like more people probably use TSM, so it's a way that people who use TSM can get together. I guess it could be something like the WoW economy or Goldmakers Unite or something like that. I guess that could be quite interesting. Call it something like that. So I'm very excited to see what happens with the Dark Moon decks. And moving on from that, obviously Gathering Professions. When we had a look at it earlier this week, obviously you can see nuggets and petals at first. So there is a benefit here to having your racial abilities and your skill boost with things like the Gnomish Army Knife, as was discussed in the Economy Reddit this week. Because that will then boost your skill, which means that your chances of getting the ore rather than the nuggets is going to be much more increased. Any info on potential 2x4 farms? Not that I've seen yet, Zanzaful. I've not quested through the zones. I've literally done very rudimentary exploring at this stage, so I've not seen anything that's got a real chance of sort of like hyper spawns and things like that. But I'm sure there'll be eagle-eyed people looking out for those, certainly. Too bad it isn't Horde as well. I would love that, Hulk Hockey. It would be really nice if they could combine communities or even combine Horde and Alliance anyway. I mean, that's always been my kind of like my fervent wish that we could combine them. You made a lot of gold in early VFA with the Dark Moon cards. Hope it will be a recurring thing. I hear good rumours that should be the case, Cratey. I hope so. It's something that I never really capitalised on when I was in BFA because I didn't have Inscription at the time. But now that I do have a character with Inscription, I'm definitely looking forward to having a look at that one. There are Battle.net communities though. This one is a character community. Is there a difference between the Battle.net and the character communities, Kojak? I didn't realise they were two separate things. Stonebinder, thank you so much for the follow. Only people are going to sell this and the new auction house system, those prices will drop. Start with Horde, we are good, thank you. Exactly. That's my slight worry with the professions in their current state, is that there's no real barriers to entry other than simply buying enough materials to level your professions, and there's no real evidence of ranks until later on. So I'm interested to see how this pans out, certainly. You join with the account on the character community, you only join with the character. Ah, I see. And can Horde and Alliance talk together on the Battle.net community, Kojak? That would be great if it is the case. Problem is, we always the need for a bind on pickup material, which made it a pain in the rear. Exactly, there isn't any sign of one yet. Obviously, things may change, we don't know yet. So the Battle.net's more for friends, people can only be invited, so it's not so handy. Ah, right, okay. Sounds... Which one's this one? Have a look. Good evening, Derp. How are you doing? Lovely to have you here. This could be a terrible decision. This could yes, be... definitely. I think I survived that one, though. we just about survived it, certainly. You're good, how about me? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Just going through the Wowhead blog, just talking through the various things that have come out so far from Shadowlands. I was interested in this jewel crafting one. Your straddling jewel doublet, speed increased 12 for every equipped Shadowlands gem. So I could see people making up special speed sets with as many sockets as they can find, and put loads of Shadowlands gems in all the other sockets they've got, and then use this one as like the master socket that gives the speed boost, and then any other speed boost things. That's going to be very interesting to see what kind of stuff comes out of that. I'm sure a lot of people will min-max this to the nth degree and get really fast characters out of this. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, and obviously the markets that come out from that one. And then alchemy, I was initially worried about because of this whole extracts business. I thought alchemy was going to go the way of inscription, and you had to mill everything with inscription and extract everything with alchemy. But it looks like that's not the case. You only use the ground herbs for certain things, like the Shadestone in the transmutation and the Shadowghast ingot. Then those get used in other things like the trinkets. But the potions and the flasks, they just use regular herbs. So thankfully, that's not going to be too much of a pain with a second sort of like milling stage. Your main focus is going to be enchanting, tailoring, blacksmithing, and jewel crafting. I'm going to try similar and do as many professions as I can all at once. Whether I actually manage that is another thing, but that's my goal, certainly. So I touched on this briefly earlier about barriers to entry. At the moment, there's no real sort of sign of there's no sort of ranks, there's no bind on pickup materials, there's nothing that's hidden behind a reputation wall, or I guess it'll be Covenant Renown now, won't it? So that's going to be interesting to see what comes out of professions as you get further and further into them, and what's going to prevent characters from getting so easily through it that everyone does it and then the prices crash. So that's going to be an interesting one there. We don't know much about these ranks yet. There's just one sort of like for the specialised armour, it just says rank 1, but it doesn't really say anything more than that. I think that's a cap for you at the moment. Might do more depending on how everything goes. I mean, that's a decent amount anyway. Lizelle, good evening to you.
Lizelle 1524 just subscribed. Good afternoon, evening to everyone.
Good afternoon and evening to you as well, Lizelle. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for subbing for 8 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for the kind message. There we go. And Sis, good evening, good afternoon to you. Been busy today, not a lot of WoW for you. It's been a busy day for me too. I did manage to pop on my NA realm for a little bit earlier and record some stuff for there, so that was really good. Hunted you. Never liked that system, the older one from before LOL was better, especially for gold making. LOL. What could that be? Before all this was better. Do you mean when it was like before they split the professions per expansion, so that you, like in Legion, you had to go up to 800 in the profession? Because that was interesting, because that still made some viability towards having to go through the entire profession. But then that meant those that were maxed out in those professions ended up just being able to carry on being maxed out. Then if you wanted to catch up, you had to go all the way through. I kind of like it, and I could see how having that would be still useful. But again, the convenience of being able to just jump into different professions with fresh characters is definitely... Oh, you mean the ranks towards gear that you have to now get reps for other ranks? Passed out Kitty, Catitude's she's very chilled tonight. Lovely to have you here as well, Catitude. The older one before this was better, especially for gold making. So, do you mean you don't like how it was with all the ranks? With the reps? I love that one, Jack. Cat lurk. That's really nice. Yeah. So I can see what you mean. It did kind of make it a little bit more complicated in that sense. Cat Hat is sleeping. You should have seen her earlier when she was had her paws tucked in. She looked exactly like a hat. And I nearly changed my camera again, but I didn't do it this time. So moving on the Wowhead blog, we've got also talking about Shadowlands professions. Comlet has done a really nice Miro board going through sort of like linking together professions and how they all connect together, and has done a video accompanying that as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all comes together. We do love a good Miro board here, so Comlet has done a wonderful job here on basically going through all of this. Here we go. So lots and lots of stuff interconnected here with all the pants going into a shuffle most likely, and what things require, all the different the tailoring items here. So this is basically tailoring, the focus on here. Where to get point of interest to farm cloth. Add more as we go. So the Banewood is a potential one here. I don't know where exactly that is on the map here, but it's going to be interesting to have a look at this a little bit further. Be sure to let Comlet know if you have any feedback and things, because I think this is going to be definitely one to keep an eye on, certainly. Change the background of the board. Literally started using it today and love it, but would love to change the background from white to purple. I think you can. I'm not sure exactly how though. You can put something in a frame and then make that frame a different colour. That should work. Or anything darker would be useful. Yeah, something like the Wowhead one. I'll have a look into it and get back to you on that one. Which profession has my data shown has been least affected by the end of expansion blues? It's kind of anecdotal for me at the moment, but I would say alchemy still is going a little bit strong. I'm mainly held up by the Silas proc. Yeah, because your eyes can't really take the brightness. I think a dark mode would be very useful for Miro. Pokemon Girl, not like this. Don't worry, is glad place. Is she a tortie? Yes, she is. This is Cookie that is above my head, sleeping away. We haven't got the Silas one. I haven't played the clip yet. We'll keep that one for the moment. But thank you, Comlet, for sharing that one. That's a really good board, so I would highly recommend taking a look at that one. And let Comlet know if there's anything you'd like him to add onto that, certainly. Still get good procs without the Silas buff. That's interesting. But the way the buff has worked for me is literally I wouldn't do anything other than with the Silas proc, because the profit margins are so slim. All it takes is a small price change in Zenithid, and a lot of my potions go into sort of the negative, and that's accounting for Silas. You got a 14 without Silas. Very nice. I think the average is something, isn't it? Something like 1.3 without Silas and 1.7 with Silas. So I think over time, it's definitely better rather than the single random lucky ones. Excuse me. You can get alchemy to, or is that can or can't Hulk Hockey? Alchemy can be very tricky on some servers, certainly. Yeah, overall it is better. Can't. Yes, I thought you meant that. a big difference there of a letter. So with alchemy, it's really down to A, the price of Silas proc, and B, the price of your Zenithid and Anchorweed, as well as the other herbs as well. If you can get some good deals on that, then you can squeeze out a profit, certainly. Bonebreaker83, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So the next topic on the Wowhead blog is obviously the Brutosaur extinction event. We knew this was coming. We kind of knew it was going to be pre-patch, but Blizzard officially confirmed it this week that it will be going in pre-patch. The question is when. That's what we don't know. Looks like Comlet marked a potential 2x4 spot for cloth farming. It does look like Zanzaful from looking at the Myra board. We'll have to go over there and investigate, see what it looks like. I don't know where that area was other than the map. It kind of just said bone, was it bone marrow or something like that? Shadowlands release is planned for this year. Expansion available on or before December the 31st from the store page. You change this to fall from the dev update stream. US fall is between Tuesday, September the 22nd and Monday, December 21st exactly. So that's how the US define fall, definitely. Stream is getting interrupted for you all the time, not sure why. Everything else seems to be working fine. Oh right, I can't see anything changing on my screen down here. My stream health is telling me it's okay. The bitrate looks like it's all fine. I can't see anything obvious this end. Sorry you're getting that VFX clip. It's fine for you today, okay. Yeah, Banewood it says, yes, thank you Zanzaful. Yeah, so I'll go on over and have a look at that. Maybe we can have a look and see what it's like over there. It's been having problems for some people today. Okay, so maybe it's a Twitch side of things. They did say it would release Q4 too, which would make it October to December, certainly. You have 2.9 million, so burnt out. 2.1 seems so far away, and pre-patch is getting closer. It does seem so, Bradstreet, but it's if you've got a good system going, then hopefully you'll be able to get, inch your way closer. And how long did it take you to get your 2.9 million? And then what can you do to change things up to try and increase that, perhaps? But we believe in you. You can do it, certainly. I've been using TSM for about 6 weeks and only have one crafter at 120, but alchemy and enchanting have been good sales. I think those are good ones, certainly. Alchemy and enchanting. It's been doing it for 2 days now. Oh, right. Okay, it's Twitch in general. Right. Yeah, fourth quarter is the last 3 months of the year. Exactly. And they also said fall, so you have to kind of like condense it into that start of May you really started. Okay, so hopefully you should be able to ramp it up a little bit more. The more you do, the more you can start to diversify and add to your already whatever income streams you've got. So maybe think about diversifying. Most people can get 15k per hour raw gold farming a single character. Anyone else get a beta invite? Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I know Comlet has one, but I haven't heard of many other people getting one. Mozeltov got one as well, I believe. You and me both going for more than 2 million. Oh, hopefully, Derp, you'll get it as well. Try and get as close as you can to the 5 million. Worst case scenario would be that you go into Shadowlands with nearly 5 million, which isn't so bad. Exactly as Crazy says, that will give you a nice position to be in, certainly. Always just pay gold cap for it later. Yeah, you could do. Who knows what it's going to go for on the black market auction house? That is very much up in the sort of up in the air, isn't it? So this was coming from this date was coming from Ronid on the Reddit. So just thinking about what potential dates there might be here, and we've discussed them here as well. So it's possibly it could be as early as sort of late September, but I think this is for pre-patch, or sometime in October perhaps. Oh, Hagu's got beta. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't think it'll go for gold cap, since everyone who can afford it will buy it for 5 million. You think it'll be actually cheaper on the auction house, on the black market auction house in Shadowlands? That could be interesting, certainly. Really hope the deep sea bags will have a decent sale rate in Shadowlands. I've got a feeling they will, Silent Mouse. I think if people have got a decent amount of deep sea satin left over, they can certainly make it into that. If you've got enough of a stock, that is, certainly. Maybe we'll have to wait and see exactly. Also depends what Shadowlands gold sinks. If gold sinks, Shadowlands better. Brutal can be less than gold cap. I'm not sure how much of a gold sink there's going to be in Shadowlands, to be honest. Yeah, I've got a feeling it would probably start at 5 million and then go up from there, would be my guess, certainly. Boy, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. We're just going through the Wowhead economy blog at the moment, talking about initially Shadowlands professions, then the extinction event and when pre-patch might be. So, and then there was a nice little tip here, talking of sharing gold-making advice. A potential blacksmithing vendor shuffle, depending on how cheap your ore goes for like storm silver ore and monolite, is if it goes below just about 4 gold for monolite, you can make some mono-hardened shankers, or if your storm silver goes below 188-ish, then you can craft honourable combatant spell blades and do a vendor flip with those. So that could be interesting. Obviously you've got to take into account the time it will take you to make all of those, and so it's much better if you can get them for much cheaper than that, but it always depends on your server, of course. If Blizzard make a starting price high, it will sell for more. But if starting price will be around 1 million, then it will sell cheaper, almost sure. Drisling Rose, good evening to you. Late hello to all you happy gold makers. Lovely to have you here, Drisling Rose. How have you been? How's your weekend been? A moderate gold sink like the Lightforge Warframe, maybe in 9.3. Something like that, a really nice mount that's a lot of gold, I would definitely go for, certainly. With that price, I understand why you got 68,000 deep sea satin to sell off, both raw and as bags. That's a decent amount, certainly. I don't think you'll reach gold cap before Shadowlands. Is that what you're aiming for at the moment, Mushy? Is trying to go for a gold cap? How close are you to it? Time Spray Linen has been the best material for you for a BFA, though. There's been a lot of Time Spray Linen going around, certainly. Deep Sea Satin is going to be the new ghost iron ore of our community. That could be interesting. Deep Sea, the good thing about ghost iron ore, though, is it fed so much into so many different things with the spirits of harmony, whereas Deep Sea Satin is really mainly for the bags, I guess. But then it depends how quickly people can, if they go back once they're overpowered, go back and do freehold and just be able to solo get a whole load of deep sea satin that way, perhaps. Going to be interesting, certainly. 8.2 million, that's really high, Mushy, that's really good. Had a lovely weekend. Have all 50 tunes up to level 3 garrisons. Only need to level 3 more to be able to do wolves on them. Hopefully you can get 2 of them done during the stream. Oh, fantastic. For your news emote today, don't know if I saw it posted correctly. Yes, I did. Just noticed it looks really nice. I like the WoW token in it, certainly. 1.3 million bought in total for just over 6.3 million, and resold around 700k for the same price. Very nice, Sansaval. Half-Elf Market Farms from Pandera worked well for a while. Had 8 tunes planting snake root for Trillium. Sold well, but had died on your server now. Oh, and we just sold... Oh, and that's interesting. Silkweave satchels. Talking of bag selling, there we go. 3 of those.
The monk just subscribed. 4 months already?
Edward's lovely to have you here. Hope you've had a good weekend. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate that. Thank you indeed. A whole lot of emotes for you. Lovely to have you here. 4 months indeed. It's gone past very quickly. Someone told Higgins that person X had over 600,000 deep sea satin, and when I saw that number, I felt like you had nothing. Right, 600,000. That is a lot of deep sea satin. I'm not sure what I'd do with all of that. You had about 1 gig in your cache and cookies. Oh right, VOFip. So has that speeded things up for you? I'm glad it's sorted. Fantastic. Right, I'm just going to actually just make sure I haven't gone. There we go. AFK there. Jump back onto the Wowhead blog. We'll talk about that one. There we go. Largest amount of deep sea satin you ever had was just over 200k. You're sitting on a load as well, are you, Hickons? Speaking of Hickons, how are you, Hickons? Lovely to have you here. It's good to see you streaming again. I've yet to properly catch one. I'll have to catch up on your VODs and then jump in on one. But it's very interesting to see what happens with everyone's materials at this stage, certainly. He has 400 million now. It's a lot, certainly. Speaking of a lot of gold, this is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, classic gold making. How someone makes 1,500 gold a week in classic was really nice by Succep, doing a really comprehensive step-by-step post this week talking about classic, and here's the TSM graph to go along with it. And there's a really good breakdown as to, a lot of this comes from sniping, 14,000 gold from sniping, how they went about the sniping process and how they got it all set up. There are lots of really good tips here as to how to make it work. Obviously sniper works a little bit differently in classic than it does with retail at the moment, so that's something to bear in mind if you are going to do both of them. It does work very differently. In retail you have to really sort of specifically have your target groups and go for those. But it was a really nice little post. I've barely sort of scratched it. This goes into a lot more detail over everything. So if you are interested in classic gold making, I'd highly recommend go through the post there. And there should be lots of details in there for you. Thanks for hosting the other day. Oh, no problem, Hickons. My absolute pleasure to share it along. Bought Heroic Nazoth mount and the Jaina mount this weekend, so it's been pretty good. Oh, very nice, Edwards. Very nice. And where do you store these amounts? What was that for? You flip most of it. Oh, right, okay. Either on the auction house or the mailbox. Just had around 700,000 tie spray linen at 1.2. That is a lot. That is a lot, definitely. Since dropped to 5 gold 85 on your round. That is very, very cheap, Limature. Yeah, we do have classic as well. You need to represent both sides of the gold making here, certainly. I am still tempted to go back and have a look at classic every now and again, because it's so nice and relaxing to just go in and level up. But obviously it takes so much longer to do things in classic. But that's kind of like part of the appeal, definitely. You got a Brutus sword to get, guys, come on. 50,000 Zinarez, 50,000 Zinithid at that price. Wow, that is a lot, definitely. Yeah, but chat lit up when you tagged me, so I just sold a Nexus Reaver and bought... Nexus Reaver you bought for 94 gold at 95,000 gold. Very nice, that's a flip and a half. That's very nice. Do I notice cloth needed for items that stay so tiny there will be lots of raw gold, or cloth drop rate must be low? Did I notice cloth needed for items? If they stay so tiny there will be lots of raw gold, or cloth drop rates must be low. I'm not sure what... I don't think I understand what you're saying, Wuru. Is that basically... because the pants need 7 cloth. So are you basically saying, like, if the price drops, or the cloth drop rate must be low? Yeah, so it takes a long time to farm up the cloth, I think. What is this classic you speak of? Classic is a very nice secondary game of World of Warcraft that I'd highly recommend checking out, especially if you want to do a very different style of gold making, certainly. So if the cloth gets low enough in value, you can craft the pants. Is that what you're meaning, as Zanzaful said? You bought 17,000 herbs at 2 gold each. That's a very nice price, Mussy. Very nice indeed. Don't think you'll run out of ink anytime soon. Not at that one. You like to play original WoW. Not a fan of copies. Well, this, I guess you could think of it as this is a flavour of the original one, certainly. I would say. You're taking a break until Shadowlands. Your game time ran out a couple of weeks ago. Nothing worth doing at the moment, and uncanny item prices went to the ground on your server. Sold all your stock, and BFA matched just fine. That's totally up to you to do, Paul Rock, and probably a good state to be. If there's nothing for you to do in the game, take a break and then come back afresh in Shadowlands, and we will welcome you warmly when you come back. So it's good to have you here. Nonetheless, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully this all the chat of gold making can at least keep you abreast of the game. No Pandaren or monks, and so not interested. Sorry. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And then just to finish off the Wowhead blog this week, Krakenutty has done another stellar video this week, going through sort of different types of way to make gold. And so this one goes through all sort of various methods, from crafting to raw gold and all the various bits and pieces in between, and selling services and things like that. A nice kind of overview of different ways you could maybe leverage gold or use your time to make some gold, certainly. Wow, that's gone through quickly, Silent Mass. You'll take a break after getting your dino, unless Blizzard decides to gracefully extend your beta key. You never know. Lots of beta waves are going out, so hopefully that would be good. Interesting to see the plans for Shadowlands. It's looking promising, definitely. If people think about taking a break until Shadowlands, don't forget pre-patch is a big chance to make gold. A lot of things will change, won't they? How would you make your gold in pre-patch Metcalf? What's the change? Obviously, with pre-patch, the leveling systems come in, don't they? From the gear. Okay. Leveling prep items. Right, okay. So because all the gear will change. Coming back during pre-patch. And the mythic and raiding to get gear and bags. Right, okay. It's gonna be very different, isn't it? With the level squish. So people are not going to be used to the numbers they're seeing. So that's going to be interesting, certainly. All the alts that leveled up during the EXP buff. There's so many alts. So I think that wraps up the Wowhead vlog this week. I hope you enjoyed that this week. Lots of nice Shadowlands talk. We'll go into Shadowlands a bit later once I've gone through and done my gold making routines, so we can have a look at that there. So if you do have any questions, please do put them in the comments below, or come into the chat and ask away, and myself or any of the lovely people in chat will be happy to answer, for a small fee for Jack, of course. You mean a resto druid that currently has mining herbalism. Would it be smarter to put actual professions like alchemy and inscription on this character and then make a new druid that is only for gathering? I would say potentially, because the chances are your reputation and things are better served on a main character, and something like alchemy and inscription would pair up really nicely. So it would be a reasonable idea, certainly. Right, I'll move this one over. We're done there. And we'll close this one down. And I'll go through and do my my regular gold making bits and pieces for the moment. So we need to restock on Samadan first. So So I'll go have a look here. We'll borrow your Brutosaur if I may. Just I've got some sales going there. And then restock wise, I imagine we're going to have a fair amount going here on Samadan. Not too mad actually. 7,000 gold here on various bits and pieces. Deep sea bags, hexweave bags, silkweave satchels, frostweave bags. So lots of bags going on in tailoring at the moment. So gathering wise, if I were to select all of these, some of this stuff we need to get from the guild bank or the auction house. Tailoring crafts, we'll go in here first. We'll have a look there. Set up Jane and Mount runs with a little community before the pre-patch. That's a good idea, Silent Mouse. And the Bop crafting items. Netherwings, good evening to you. Forgot it was Sunday. It was lovely to have you here. How have you been? Hope you had a good weekend. You made even frostweave bags again. We're certainly selling them at the moment, so I can highly recommend them. So I need to take this lot from the guild bank. Some stuff you're suggesting I take from the auction house. Some stuff from the vendor. Let's have a look. Hexweave cloth we need 52 of. So that would mean we would have to probably go and visit my garrison for that. We'll have a look here at the other bits and pieces first, like the vendor things I can do first. So I'll take that out from the vendor. And then we'll have a look, just in case any of these things are cheap on the auction house. And we can do that. If cloth pants in Shadowlands takes 7 cloth to make, that's a quick 50 gold, and cloth drop rate stays the same as in BFA and Legion. And we find some hyperspawned humanoids, we'll see massive amount of raw gold because the low amount of cloth needed to make the pants. Ah, I see. Okay, so potentially, because then you could turn those pants, right? Even not even vendoring them, I guess you could turn them into something else. The bolts of imbued frostweave do seem to be quite cheap there. There's only one at that price though. So I will take that one. Then the rest I'm going to have to make myself. Things here are looking quite expensive. Gorgon fly trap I'll get myself. Sumptuous fur is too expensive, so I'll leave that. Aromatic fish oil I'll not get for 11 gold. So the only thing I really want to buy here is rubbery flank, 39 of those. So we'll buy those. Just the amount we need actually. Let's just get those. And then we'll head on over to do my cooldowns. Hexweave cloth. Oh, we actually need the Gorgon fly trap for that. So let's head over to my garrison and do that lot. Spinecloud, thank you so much for the follow. But you can't kill mobs that fast like you do in Shadowlands. It'll still be worth us comparing it to the Titrate. You can kill BFA mobs much faster. You can do that certainly. It's going to be interesting to see how things come out from there. Tailoring Emporium, Rush Work Order, everything else will leave as it is. We've maxed out on garrison resources actually, so I probably need to go visit the trader. Let's have a look. Weird, my aromatic fish oil doesn't show all the fish to get like yours. I've set, I think it could be down to the price of my, the price I've set for my aromatic fish oil perhaps? I wonder though, because I've set mine to be the price of the cheapest fish. Right, who have we got trader wise? What's cheap at the moment? Ooh, sumptuous fur is cheap, fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll use buy them all to buy the maximum amount, 625. I'll take that, thank you very much. And that's all my garrison resources used up, which means I'll go and pick up the rest of them at the moment. There we go. Take that lot, another 500, and then we'll head on over. Oh, no we won't, we'll head over this way. Abort. We need some Gorgon fly traps, so let's go collect this up first. There we go. So because even in the first week BFA, with a team of 8 you're able to farm that 1,000 times per element, so as you can see how they handle HP for monsters and people's DPS. That's an interesting point, actually. I hadn't factored in sort of like the multi-boxing community and how well they'll be able to farm up stuff. Do I play on a small monitor, or do or is just like my user interface scale rather large? I am on a 1920 1080 monitor. I have it scaled at rather large because people were used to be playing at a lower resolution, and it's a lot easier for people who are watching the Twitch chat on things like mobile devices and smaller second screens for people to be able to see what I'm doing. So that's why I keep it quite large if I can. AoE cap might make mass spamming more difficult. Oh, that's a good point actually. Yes, there is an AoE cap now, isn't there? Confirmation of multi-boxing ban in Shadowlands. Don't believe it though. I'm not sure how that would work because it's been endorsed by Blizzard for so long. Let's go through here, carry on with the work orders. There we go, use up my seeds. And then we'll just fly over to pick up my hexweave that I do have. I need to do a hexweave cooldown as well. I need 52 cloth. Should be, oh, we've got plenty here. Got 67 already. Then we'll get another work order going. Where are you? You're down there. Create all of those. And then we'll jump over to the other side. Actually, I haven't got any Drainic Dust, so I don't have any of those going at the moment. So I will just use my Charter Study Tailoring Emporium. There we go, we'll take those two. And we'll do that lot. Cookie is dreaming. Is she twitching? I can't see her in the corner of my eye. She's probably dreaming about chasing butterflies there, I imagine.
Hello.
Let's go take that. That's plenty of hexweave. It's just multiple accounts playing. Exactly. How would they ban that? Exactly. That would be my thinking on it as well, Cratey. If they remove /follow, we can't do the Brutal Spin. I think they removed the /follow in Shadowlands. Ah, I see. Okay. So I guess people would then, rather than using follow, would end up using something different, I guess. Let me just move over this way, craft that. I'll do my other one whilst I'm here. Craft that. And then we'll pick up this lot from the mail. Take that out. And then what have we got left? Bolter imbued frostweave. We won't be able to buy those. We'll have to make those. Aromatic fish oil. We have some spare fish ready to be used. We did have. I must have moved it into the bank. Okay, I bought that. Head on somewhere else. There we go. That means they need to run all the characters simultaneously. Yes, so synchronizing all of that up. Or do standstill farms, exactly. And using IS Boxer makes that easy enough as it is, isn't it? Seems a weird fix, yeah. No problem. Online, they allow multi-boxing but disallow key forwarding. Ah, right, that could be interesting if you did want to do it. Use follow in raids between mobs and bosses. Yeah, that's fair enough. If you're busy doing something else, you go on to follow, and that's the way to do it. Right, guild bank is where I need. Actually, no, it's not guild bank. It'll be my regular bank. Let's have a look in. Oh, my bag's down here. Let's move that over here. Not deposit or reagents. Let's swap over here. Now I've probably got some fish in here. Slimy mackerel probably. Or great sea catfish. That was cheap when I bought that. Let's use great sea catfish instead. Let's go over here and just transfer a few of these over. I only need 13 of them. I'll just make a few extra just in case. Yeah, there's lots of reasons I can see for keeping follow, certainly. I mean, even if it comes down to it, people with multiple accounts can find so many different ways to play, even if you've got multiple PCs and keyboards in front of you. I'm sure there's a way that still makes it actually just playing them. Hagbeard, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So enchanting, and I need Frostweave. Bolts of imbued Frostweave. So we're going to swap out and do this probably the manual way. So Frostweave, we need, say, a couple of stacks of that. And do I have any infinite dust? Can't see any here. No. I'll need some. Let me have a look over in my reagent bank. We have some there. I'll take that. Don't see any there, so that might or might not be enough. Let's have a look. Oh, Cookie's turned around. I didn't see that one. Rather dream of hunting butterflies instead of mices. No, she's looking around the mouth. Oh no! Don't look in the banks. Thankfully, Addybag sorts my banks out, so it looks fine. There we go. Right, there we go. Okay, tailoring. Next thing. There we go. So, Ho Pixie, good evening to you. Hello, Cookie. I hope you're doing very well. Lovely to have you here. We're just going through and doing a little bit of crafting here at the moment. Silkweave Satchel. We're actually low on Shalderai silk for the first time in a while. That's going to be interesting. I'll have to see the price of Shalderai silk and see if there's anything that's within affordable ranges. Favourite searches. Shalderai silk, currently 2 gold 27. Average purchase price is 222 and 242 for smart average buy. That seems good to me, so I will take all of this lot up at that price. Thank you very much. Take those now. And then I'll also go in here. Did we talk about macro for opening cards last stream? So handy for when you do dungeons and expeditions, so not spamming your party's chat. I don't think we mentioned it, Drizzling Rose. Nostradasim, thank you so much for the follow. How is tailoring pronounced? Not like I don't. Tailoring. So no K to be found in that word. No. Tailoring. That's what it is. Must have dreamed it then. It was a macro to open the cards without making a chat message. Ah, right. Okay, Drizzling Rose. That sounds like it would be useful. Right, so we're done there, we've got that, Frostweave, and we also need our Mysterious Essence as well, which I'll get through my enchanting. But let's make our Frostweave whilst we're here. So Frostweave, Bolt of Frostweave, we can make 80 of those at the moment, I think. Hopefully that will be enough. We'll give it a go. And then Imbued Frostweave we'll need after that. We need 11. So that should be fine. I'll let this run through anyway, whilst we catch up on chat and everything like that. Tailoring. Or tail or earring. Now it's getting confusing. The Real Ginny, good evening to you. Has the bag market recovered after the mouse abuse from last night? The bags is doing alright at the moment. We've had some good sales, certainly. Just mocking me today. I'm fine with that. As long as people are enjoying themselves and having fun, this is the place to be. Oh, how was my day at Newark? It was the opposite. Glad Plays Games. It was my last day of work. As well, not officially my last day of work. I'm still working there, but I'm working remotely. But I went into the office on Friday for the last time just to drop off my things, which was very strange. Very strange going into London and seeing it so empty. It was really strange. with a strange brown fur blob on my head. Hey, right one too, how are you? Oh wait, that's Cookie. She has just literally turned around. She was facing the other direction. Lovely to have you here, right one too. I didn't Derpalicious. I was unfortunately laid off due to the company changing direction due to coronavirus. So as of the beginning of August, I will be without work. So I will be having a look at what I can do to increase the amount of streaming and YouTube and things like that to try and make this more effective, so I can give everyone more Samadan content as much as possible. And if I can make that work full time, then you'll have me for even longer. That's the plan, certainly. Yes, but can she play guitar? I decided this is time to love your milling second account character, Milling Mike from 110 to 120. I forgot how awesome Culterian Druids are. They are really good, certainly. Oh, card stats. So far you opened a total of 431,000. Total of value. Oh, that's nearly 2 million gold. That's a lot of gold on those cards. I think it would be good if I can make it work, then I certainly will give it. Well, I've got lots and lots of plans at the moment. I've got lots of things I want to do. I've got obviously TSM 4.10 videos to do. I've got my whole NA leveling series and gold making journey there, and then we've got all of Shadowlands as well. So I'd be very interested in what people would like to see from me in terms of would it be more Twitch streams? Would you want to see me stream for longer or different times? And I'll do I'll probably do a straw poll or something like that, and see what we can get going in terms of feedback and stuff like that. Well, thank you very much, Paul Rock. That's very kind of you to say so. Log directly into the stream, not from the host raids or embedded. Views needed a direct visit from Sam to get to partner. Oh, thank you, Mushy. That's very kind of you. It's a strange one. I haven't actually applied for partner, but I probably will do at the beginning of next month. I get so much out of my videos. So good at explaining things very clearly. I'm glad you found that, Soho Pixie. I've got lots more I plan to do, certainly. Lots more, certainly. Let me stream 16 hours a day so you can tune in whenever you like. I do, Mushy, I do. You switched to eating pizza with a fork and a knife. Interesting. You can see a difference between the Wowhead ones and my regular ones, but the regular ones are still well above 100 on average. So in terms of I think what they are probably looking for more now will be more growth and things like that. So I'm looking at various ways that I can improve on that, certainly. The best way to serve all of you, my lovely viewers, is the ultimate aim, really. More so than partnership. Partnership is like the icing on the cake, really. So let's just do this and... Oh, Mysterious Essence, I'll do that way. Where did the 100 come from? It is mainly from Wowhead, certainly. Thank you, Netherwings. If whatever content you want to make, I'll watch it all. Well, that's very kind of you to say so, thank you. Mysterious Essence, I got plenty of this, so I need to make actually 9 out of that. So I'll create those. Let's go. Thank you, Jack. You're broke, you bought the long boy. Oh, fantastic, Aura Warrior. I bet your TSM graph looks like a cliff. That's congratulations, that's amazing. Let's everyone see some long boy emotes in the chat for Aura Warrior. Congratulations, that's fantastic, congratulations. Have you thought of a name? And if you have, take a picture and let us know in the Discord. Forstora, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Name it name. That would just be very confusing. Right, I think we've got everything to make everything now. So let's just go through and make all of these. That almost worked, Jack. How about copper? Let's go Pierre and cooking. There we go. I was chanting, name it. Dead Green, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. We're just going through and just restocking a little bit here, and then we're going through and we're going to move over and have a look at Shadowlands Professions a bit after this. Once I've gone through and restocked everything on. Just going to post all of this lot on. Lots of deep sea bags to make. See what kind of price they come out. Your friend's character used to be called Me. That was the most confusing thing. Just having RP fun. Deep sea bag stats. Brilliant, Silent Mouse. 239 bags have been sold. Profit is 104,000 gold. Average sale price 473. That is pretty good stats, definitely. Don't craft them. I've already crafted them, Silent Mouse. I'll just jump. I've only got 7, so you'll be fine. Anyone called as Longboy Scrapper? It'd be nice if you could actually give them a proper name, certainly, like you can with your pets. I'd love to see that. Right, auctioning. Let's post this lot on, and then we can move on through my characters quite swiftly, and then we can jump into Shadowlands for the last bit. So we'll go through. Well, that's quite cheap for deep sea bags at 200 gold. Hold on, let's have a look at those. How many are on at that price? 200 gold. There's 10 there. Oh, that's you, Silent Mouse, isn't it? And then Charm Mage is there at 230. Then it goes up to 280. They've undercut themselves. That's interesting. 280, and then there's quite a lot at 280. So potentially you could go in here at 280 if you wanted to up the price from 200 to 280. That would be something I would consider from looking at that. Don't care about your stats, you care about my profit. So kind of you, Silent Mouse. 70 gold and Tara Mill. That is very, very cheap. Yeah, I like scribes. Could name tag. That would be a really good idea. Oh, thank you, Lizelle. Deep sea bags around 55 in your realm. You can using certain RP add-ons. I'll let you name your mounts, and for other people with the same add-on to see. Oh, really? That's quite nice. You thought you were posting stuff. You were browsing through the auction house as well. Oh, right, okay. That's a decent amount, definitely, Mouse. Okay, we posted all of those. I would consider, if I was in the market, to browse this deep sea bag, to have a look at these. So if you were to look at the price here, I've just posted these on at 200 gold, and then Silent Mouse has got another 10 on here for 200 gold. And if you bought those ones out and then those two at 230, the new price could be 280. I would say, looking at that, and you could easily put the price up there. So what I would suggest here. Yours is gone from the auction house already. Oh, there it is. It's disappeared already. So what I would do here is, this would be my case, and if Silent Mouse hadn't taken theirs off, I would probably have bought them up at that price. Let's look at my auctions. Look at deep sea bags, and if I just cancel mine off, looking at those, then go back into here, rescan, and then I would buy that one, and that one, and then there's two more at 230. Take that one and that one. Then I'll be putting on my bags here at 280, because the next mark here, 280, goes all the way down here to 320, and there's 22 here at this price. So it would make more sense to take all of those out and then post those on at that price there. So 280 would be a better price for deep sea bags, I would say. Only made 1.7 million last week. Been a pretty slow month for you. Only 1.7 million. That's absolutely amazing. Buy your raw deep sea instead. The bag cartel. There's definitely. Well, to be honest, what I would have done in that case is that would be the sort of the reset that I would have done by buying those out, certainly. Anchorweed now at 30 gold. Must not buy. How are the herbs? Is the question there? Because now, what is it? The average price of your herbs. Is it times 7? I can't remember. I had a formula that I worked it out. That was a lot easier there. Is this the new TSM version? It looks much more snappy. It is, Paul Rock. It's really nice. TSM 4.10 is a huge upgrade over TSM 4.9. And if you haven't signed up for the beta, I highly recommend you do. Do we know the pre-patch date? Not yet. No, not as yet. There is speculation. People are thinking maybe as early as end of September or maybe sometime in October, but we really don't know. Average herb is 2.5 gold. So that's, yeah, so I think, is it times 10, I think, for that anchorweed? I'll have to go over and check on Nadamas. Hold on. There we go. Oh, we just sold some boots for 1,500. That's good. Let's log out here and go over to Nadamas. Because I have my min price on, if we go over to Nadamas here, my min price on anchorweed, I think. I'll have a look. November the 24th is your guest traditioner. Is that for Shadowlands launch or is that for pre-patch? That's the thing. I think we'll find out this week based on the blog post and the fact that their 5-week time walking carrot is ending. Need to drop another carrot. There's obviously options there, certainly. Rat Thing, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. He would buy the bags, but he would charge Jack a commission. If only someone had a spreadsheet. So what I'm looking at here is where's my anchorweed? Transmute herbs to anchor. My bag of anchors has on that Silas potion value. So what I look at for my anchorweed, let me just have a look. I'll make some. That will probably be the easiest way to just quickly look at the tooltip. Transmute herbs to anchors. There we go. Open it, and so we've got some anchorweed here. So anchorweed is currently looking at my minimum price is 27 gold based on the price of my herbs. Now if I look at my min price in the actual group, let's go have a look at this. I think groups, anchorweed, operations, sell transmute anchorweed. Have a look in here under posting. So I basically got the... now I should change this actually. I've got average buy. This should all change to smart average buy. Since I've been using TSM 4.10. Smart average buy. I'm going to copy that. Copy that. Paste that. Although average buy would probably work in this case anyway. I'll go through and change all of those. There we go. So that's correct. And then this one will do the same here. I could just copy and paste the whole lot, but just for consistency I'm going to go and do this manually. Put smart average buy in all of these. There we go. That's in there, and then the normal price. We'll go and do this one. Put that in there. Is that all average buy? No, missed one there. There we go. Smart average buy. There we go. Divided by 10. So 10 basically. Need a find and replace function. I think that wouldn't be necessary here. A little copy and paste certainly would work. But if we look at, if I change that minimum price if we just change that to 100%, just so we can have a look at this in the tooltip. If I bring open my bags, wherever they are, and look at the anchor weed, which is here. So my minimum price is 11 gold, based on the average buy price of each of my herbs. And if I look at the herbs I've got here, the smart average buy price is 4, 3, 3.7, 3, 5.3 and 3.69. So it's basically the average of that times 5 divided by 10, which is the same as saying that's maths failing me. Is divided by 5, which is, because that's what we get like that. So the best way to look at that was the average buy price of your herbs. I had a, hold on, have I got it on my Miro board? Let me have a look. Sorry, I'm having a brain dump here of where I had a look at this. So I'm going to go over here and jump over here. Bear with me one moment. Caller, I'm going on a bit of a squirrel chase here, but we will get there eventually. I'm sure I had this written down. Miro login. There we go. Sign in. Have a look at my Miro board. I'm sure I wrote this down now. Got to close all of these windows now. Hold on. I need to close that off. Which is my right board. Too many different boards on here. I'll be with you one moment. I think I had this written down, I might not have. In which case, this was a squirrel chase. Not necessary. No, I don't think I've got this on. No, okay, I'll come back to that another time. I'll have to prepare that another time for you. Too much math. I'm an artist, not meant to do this part of the brain. Exactly. There was something I had worked out before that that made sense to me in the head, but it's failing me now at the moment. That would be the price after the transmuting the herbs, while the time cost farming the anchors and how much you can make by turning those anchors into flask. The plot thinkers. Yeah, if you're going to go that way, Lemacho, then there's a lot more you can do. So basically 50 herbs divided by 10 anchor. Something like that, yeah. It is a bit of a squirrel, certainly. Last two affiliate notes. Would they unlock most by buying one tier 3 sub or the same amount of money of tier 1 subs? I'm asking for a friend. What are the requirements for unlocking Justin Rose? What does it actually say? Because a tier 3 sub counts as 3 subs according to Twitch, as far as I know. Hold on, what else did I miss there? Okay, squirrel detected. Brain dump, more of a brain fart, certainly. Was just looking at the Wowhead weekly rack and it says golf making, not gold making. Oh, does it really, Catitude? Thank you for the typo. Whereabouts is that? And I'll fix that one up. And I'm just scrolling up, seeing if I missed things there. Darkwing, good evening to you. Sorry, I missed you coming in there. I got 15k one day for 10k bags. Reason one person wanted to buy 10 deep sea bags for 4,000 gold. When we made the trade, he said, here's a little tip for crafting. 11,000 gold. You're crafting. We're going to and from the bank to collect the 10k bags. Wow. The 10 bags, not 10k bags. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, right, okay. 10 types of golf making. All right, thank you. Want to buy a caddy? Right, okay, I'll make sure I do that one once the stream's finished. And I'll fix that one up. Thank you, Catitude, for spotting that one. Right, okay, so let me just run through this because otherwise we won't ever get to Shadowlands. So I'm going to do my gold for this week, fresh potato, anchorweed, nylon thread, a few bits and pieces. Takes me up to a total of 36,000 gold on this character. So let's just run through, post this lot on, and then we'll go through auctioning, and then we'll run a post scan. So we're currently looking at 55 gold for our anchorweed, which is decent. We'll run through all of that. Nabot, good evening to you. Mr. Potato? Not quite, this is a fresh potato. Mr. Potato sadly won. Mr. Potato 1.0 is kind of like no more with us. But Mr. Potato 2.0 lives strong. Using the same case that Superman used to build his PC, so I think I'm in good company. Tier 1 sub is 1 point, Tier 2 is 2 points, Tier 3 is 6, or is it 6 points, Recap? That's interesting to know. Oh, because it's not 3 times the price, is it? It's more, isn't it? I think I'll never be a successful streamer. I'm allergic to cats. Oh, there we go. Anchorweed's just sold. Fantastic. That was easy. Let's just check my auctions, and then we'll go through here and vendor buy where I need to buy. Use TSM and use my groups to buy what I need. Extra Fusaka, fresh potato, and nylon thread. Pop those back on. Run through those. Get those off. There we are. Roman Air, good evening to you. What did you miss? We have gone through and done the Wowhead economy blog and talked through all the bits and pieces to go on there. If you haven't read it, be sure to go over and take a look at that. There we go, there's a link to that. Didn't get a TSM raffle today, not today, that was within the realms of gumdrops. I did hear that there were a whole load a new set of beta invites did go out. So hopefully more people have got into TSM Beta that way. I'm just going to run through my other characters whilst I'm here. So we've got you, we just need to jump in the middle here. Check your awakening. Now I did post your awakenings things on earlier. We will need to check for a Silas Brock, see if we can get one of those going. Right, okay, so yeah, we've done the cooldowns here. Let's check, see what we get. And transportation again. So what I'll do instead is I'll open up the mail. Our sales for this week, 56,000 gold. That's pretty decent. That takes us up to, now we've counted up that, 528,000 gold. Earned a gold per hour. 5.6 million gold per hour. Quick, let's open up all the mail, see how high we can get this one. Oh, Swandos, gifting a sub to a new event. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. You are so generous. Thank you. A whole load of emotes to you. Thank you so much. So both Outland and Northrend herbing and mining at max. Okay, Neville, that's good. Get gold cap in a day. I will at that rate, certainly. Let me just do a cancel scan on this, and then we'll let that run through. V Zoroff, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So, as expected, I have been undercut here. So we'll take these off. That's very kind of you, Swan, so I really do appreciate the support. There we go, we've got that lot off. Now we need to open it in the mail first, take the cancels out. All of these going through. And then we'll go through here and run a post scan.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Get that lot on. Some of this below min price. What's the price of Zin and Thid at the moment whilst I'm here? Shopping wise, because we'll need to have a look at this. And now in Vashir, feel bad for any non-druid in that area. Oh yes, so much easier as a druid. Now here we go. So min buyout is now down to 7 gold 78. Now I have, oh, there goes some Unbridled Fury. That's good. I got 1,300. My smart average buy price is 13 gold. That's why my potions are dropping. So I'm going to follow this trend downward, I think, here, and take myself another lot at that price. So I'm going to take another 1,000, as I've just sold some anyway. That's 7,000 gold there. We'll buy that now. And that sand shifter is also looking cheap, but I still have an awful lot of it. So that's going to be interesting. Although there's only 84 there at 9 gold. So what I'll do then is actually just scoop those up, take those, and that will help with my average, hopefully. So I'll take those. That's good, I'll take those, and then that'll just help out a little bit there. How's our gold per hour looking now? Well, it's down to 873,000. Quick, let's open up some more mail. Let's go through again. Akunda was cheap, was it? I will have a look on Samadan, because Samadan can buy some of that and turn it into some milling things. Price of my realms are decent over on Storm Rage. It's terrible, is it? It's interesting on Shadowsong. Shadowsong's a good medium pop server for prices. A lot of the high pop servers have obviously taken a big hit with their prices. Right, let's have a look here. Let's deal with our expires first. We've got 7,000 gold in the mail this week. So let's have a look here. We've got War Scrolls, Tome of the Quiet Mind, Compendiums, Champions of Azeroth, and War Scrolls of Fortitude. Okay, so we'll open up those, and we'll post that lot back on. I love Samadan so much. I do enjoy playing the rogue, actually. It's really nice to get around. I think it's worth buying around 450 bags for roughly 44,000 at about 130 per bag, and relist at 250 gold. Which bags are they, would be my first question. That's a lot, definitely. You're on Thrall and everything is tanked, isn't it? You still need 3 million for the mount to make it almost impossible for you. That's a lot to go through, definitely. It is tough. It all depends on what you've got in terms of resources available to you, your server, and how much time you've got as well. It's deep sea bags, is it? I wonder what the price is doing on your server. Have a look at the graphs on Undermine Journal and see if see what they stabilize at. We've done the post, haven't we? Yes, we have. So I'll just go through and check my auctions here, and then I will go and check for a restock here. And looks like I've got everything done anyway, so we're fine on here. But let's look at the herbs whilst we're here. Let's look at, let's take all of these off, just look at BFA herbs and run a shopping scan. Sirens, Pollen, Zinanthid is there. Yeah, Akunda's Bite is at 485, but Sirens Pollen down at 3 gold 70 is quite decent. If I'm going to turn that into inks, that would be very nice. If I were to buy that 6,000 though, at 3 gold 70, that would cost me 23,000 gold. I don't sell inscription quickly enough to be able to really justify that, although we don't have a huge amount here. What I will do is, rather than buy the 6,000, I'll buy a more moderate 500, just to keep me in the herb market with that. I think that would be way too much, certainly. Market in Shadowsong is a bunch of zero-sum speculators. In terms of raw material costs, people are willing to post around 130, then what's stopping them do it again? Exactly, that's the tricky thing. Oh, Quillen coming in 25 months. Wow, that's over 2 years, Quillen. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Good evening to you. I hope you had a lovely weekend so far. Thank you so much for your continued support. That means the world to me. Thank you. I have an awful lot of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. That is a huge amount of support. And also thank you Cerntis and Dedry for the follows. I managed to reset the Accord of Haste today to 1500. It dropped for 800, and now another seller drops it back to 445. Ouch. That is a lot, definitely. That is a lot, definitely. You still use your garrison. I miss on. I missed out loads of chat. Hold on. String. I was just looking at mine, and do I mind linking my anchor weed string? I was looking at mine and found. I don't think you had it set up right. Cat meow cat. Of course I will. Let me just jump over to what I can do. Actually, I'll do it from here rather than swapping characters. I will go settings, profiles, and we'll go to. Where's Nadamas gone? Nadamas. Go on to Nadamas. Then we'll go on to auctioning operations. Sell, transmute, anchorweed. I'll just do the minimum one, and then you can do the average buys from there. Obviously, this is dependent on you using TSM 4.10 with a smart average buy. If you're not using TSM 4.10, then you have to use average buy instead, and then just change your percentage accordingly. That should really be 110% now. Actually, change that one to 110% for minimum to account for the crafting. Maximum is 500 and normal is 200%. That kind of works for me. So I'll just, whilst I'm here, drop back under here and go back to Samadan. There we go. Now we are. Otherwise I'm going to get confused if I jump onto those characters. And oh, what was that? Decursive, too many errors. Okay, I'll pick up that slot, and that one's done. And then we'll jump onto our next character. Yes. If I have missed anything in chat, please do shout out again. It's been going along whilst I've been focusing on this, and if I have missed anything, please do let me know. Just wondering, do I think that I should need to stop to make stuff for selling because they might not be needed when we'll be in Shadowlands? I will probably wind down my stock a little bit. The thing I'll find though, usually in terms of the stuff that I'm selling here, is that a lot of this will naturally transition off anyway, so I won't be restocking on it. I do, Lemecho, reach out to Mushy, Jack, Silent Mouse, or Gwillin. There we go. Craft one of each from down to 20. Yeah, that would work as well, Mushy. It's just to reduce the stock levels of things. I don't really need to. And tetralogy. I'm sorry if I completely butchered your name. Tetralogy. There we go. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Totally paying attention. Thank you, Gwilyn. There we go. Stuff that won't be wanted in Shadowlands, like potions and flasks, exactly. So you get warned when you're out of something, yeah. I think I did alright, Jack. Would I recommend buying or farming any extra utility mounts or pets prior to Shadowlands based on what you find yourself often for like professions and general convenience? We already have the Broodsaw, Sandrake, the repair and transmog mounts, Yak and the Elephants, mailbox toy, banker pet from the Argent tournament. I think that should... I had it right the first time, okay. I'm glad I got it on the first stab. Lovely to have you here. I think that pretty much has it covered, really. The Broodsaw, the Drake. I guess the other thing to think of would be the flying goblin mount thing that I've forgotten the name of. What's it called? Pierre's also a good one, yeah, definitely having Pierre. Mecha Sky Golem, that's it, thank you, Jack. Goblin glider kit, those are also useful. Having complete brain dump today. A brain frizzle today, rather. There we go. So that's all expired. So I need to then put that lot on, which I just did. No, I haven't done that yet, so let's post that lot on. Uncanny gear. I opened the gold without actually looking at it. Currently 437,000 gold per hour. What's the difference between Pierre and the campfire? Well, Pierre follows you around all the time, and you don't need to worry about it. So it's a lot easier. You could use little Ragnaros as well, but that costs the same amount as a token. So Pierre can actually be more cost effective to buy off the auction house. Or you could be a mecha gnome and then you're a campfire anyway. So no problem, Paul Rock. Doesn't time out while you're in the middle of cooking either, exactly, Spirit Wolf. Okay, so that's all posted on. I didn't actually look at what gold we got in. So let's have a look at my auctions. Let's look at restocking, leatherworking, that's down here. TSN groups, restock. Okay, a few different bits and pieces here. Burnished mining bag, coarse leather vest, waistguard, drums of fury, lots of those. And some uncanny, we need some expulsum here. I'm guessing there's not one open at the moment. So how much expulsum do we need for these? Let's just look at this again. Let's go to gathering. We need 12. Okay, so let's jump over to Samadan. We'll make some braces for Earthen. So 12. That means we probably need... Let's go 100. Let's make 120. Just to be safe. I forgot to say, I bought a new piece of tat that you don't need. I got yourself an Apple Watch, and then for when I work out, it's pretty awesome. It reminds you to do your daily language apps and stuff. Oh, excellent! I think I can get a cheap Apple Watch with my my life insurance, but I don't think it would work with me because I haven't got anything Apple based. All right, let's make some braces. So we'll make 110. No, let's make 120 because some of those will be blue. We'll start with that lot. And then we'll send the blues over. So we'll need to go over to TSM for this and go into my operations. No, my groups. Have a look there. Oh, I have to move this over whilst that's working. That goes there. Go over to tailoring. Go down to send greens. And then we'll move this back over here a little bit. Go to the operation. And we'll change that one actually. We'll go back one. Oh, I can't go back. Let's go back this way. Now I need to move that back over this way. And then I can look at the send greens. Where's that gone? Pretty close. Bags, Hexry, BFA tailoring, send greens, move that over this side. Operations, we delete this one and then add another one, and we're going to send to Earthen. Add that operation in there. Finally got that worked out. Then we'll go this way. What TSM destroying is up at the moment. We can turn that off for the moment. Still got another 50 to craft, so that should be fine. There we go. Really nice, tracks all your health stuff. Oh, that's pretty good. A full 120 account by have a full 120 account by the time of the summer holiday. Oh, that's fantastic, Drizzling Rose. Arrhythmy. What's that? Actually, what's really annoying for having whilst doing cardio? Don't feel the difference from the workout to the. Oh, is that like arrhythmia due to the double beat? Oh, interesting. I could have moved the destroy window, certainly. I could have just closed that down. Nice old watch person. Yeah, that's. I can see the appeal, so. Arrhythmia, isn't it? Yes. Use a cheaper watch, but that started screeching when going into arrhythmia. Ouch, yeah, definitely not good. You can have a talent mark of honour when you do the comp stomp that starts on the 5th of August. Yes, that's not long away at all now, is it? Right, so looking at this lot, let's go and groups wise send those over to Earthen. And then I'll open up the spare lot. Gold without money. I'll take that. Recovered items. Silkweed satchels have come through. And then the greens we'll send on over. Silas Felchian. You and me both, Lamecho. Didn't work for me either. Okay, and then we can TSM destroy this lot whilst we're here. And we'll go through this lot. Is there a way to make TSM differentiate between level 25 and level 1 pets? I'm not sure, Methas. It's not something I've looked at. I think 4.10 does do that, doesn't it? I just need to take it easy when it happens and not keep vacuuming or washing the windows. Okay, Mushy. As long as you stay safe, certainly. At least Potions of Flask are not going at a nice profit now. Did I say Silas? I did, Silent Mouse. All of TSM does. Okay, thank you, Jack. Thank you for the confirmation. It was not a market I'm familiar with myself. It's ignore random variations. Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. At least I'll get all of these on. There we go. It's a pointer to the Derp Silas video. Yeah, I need to sort that out as a command we can put in or something. Right, that lot's done. That lot's sent over. I got myself some extras there, so let's jump over back to Earthen, and then we can scrap what we've just picked up. Cool. Cookie's having a brew. Is she going to get some food? This is kind of the time that she normally gets up and goes and gets some. Will Marks of Honor remain the PvP currency in Shadowlands? There's been no evidence of it as yet. That's not to say it's not going to be, but it definitely seems no sign of it so far. Have you not seen it, Jack? Did you not see it last time? Hold on. Let me see if I can move this on over here. I can't remember where I had it. Hold on. As you asked so nicely, let me see if I can find it. So many things. Hold on. MP4s, there we go, Silas. Okay, here we go, just for you. Silas! There we go. I'll play it again, just in case. Silas! That's my Khan impression. Just for derp, that was. So it's so funny looking at what sells for me. Your server drums are about 50 silver profit. Wow, that's not a huge amount, certainly. I've had consistent sales with drums for a long time now, since Mushy told me to do them. Yeah, we need to do sort of like a donation video, Sam. That would be quite good, actually. Something like that, Jack. It's a good idea. Right, with that lot picked up, let's go scrap this lot. See if we can deal with that. Not quite close enough. There we go. Let's queue this up. Now, have I got this on my macro? I have. There we go. That's your biggest problem with making gold. You just don't know what it's worth stocking up on and what isn't. So I would always say start in small amounts, and then if something starts selling, then slowly increase the stock amount as you're doing it, and then you'll be able to diversify that way. So start small and then grow from there. I did the same with my uncanny gear. I went through sort of like I just made 5 of each, and then once I started selling more of it, I did a little bit more. Have that as my bit alert notification. I could definitely put it as something. Maybe I have to do something. There's Cookie. Yeah, she's, at least you can see her ears now, definitely. The list of crafting goods is so high now, I always forget to put something in the auction house. I mean, that's what I use TSM for, definitely. Yeah, we need to put that in as an alert somewhere. We've got Oreo rolling over, so I'll put that in as, yeah. Maybe I'll set a threshold for a bit or a donation. I think that would work quite well. Oh, hold on, I'm using my scroll wheel too much here. Hold on. Silas donation. There we go. Now we can remember that one. There we go. DH Speedy, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. You have over 900 craftable items profitable for the auction house. That's a decent amount. And Jens Min, thank you for the follow as well. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. You did the same, but eventually settled on enchants and war scrolls, selling ATV mounts until someone transferred with a guild bank full of them and dropped the price from 30,000 to 10,000 and under. Ouch. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Silent. Yeah, it's keeping up with everything that's the trick here. Are we nearly done with our scrapping? We're doing alright so far. Running through this, not too bad. Sharp Dave, good evening to you. Happy Sunday, fun day. Good evening to you. They tried to teach you how to be a crafted gold maker today. I was not convertible. No problem. At least you tried.
Zinandai just subscribed. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you, Zinandithid. I don't think Brian quite got your name right, but thank you so much for your support. Happy Sunday to you too. A whole load of emotes. Thank you very much indeed. Really do appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Cost to craft everything you miss. 1.7 million. Profit 8 million. That's a lot, definitely. And tonight, keeping up with the Goblin Makers. 1 hour 11 minutes. That's a lot, definitely. Thank you. Glad to be here. Oh, and you got the Shark and Yo. Oh, brilliant. I haven't seen Sharkin in ages. Oh, hold on. I forgot. There you go. There's the emotes version. Andy said. Has Sharkin started streaming again? It's obviously not in my time zone anymore. I know Hikon's mentioned something about it. There we go. He's gone on here and there. He's back. Oh, fantastic. I miss Sharkin. Because once he got his job, he no longer did the raids, and we never shared the time. He's streaming during EU nights, yeah, so kind of missing on the time zones there, unfortunately. If you catch him, say hello to him from me.
Have anything ancient
Right, so I'm gonna run a post, and oh no, I haven't made things yet. We got the expulsion, we haven't built things. Here we go. Let's make the things we need to make first. 16,000 gold incoming if this all sells. Lots of drums of fury, need to go through those. What's the profit on the drums? 2,900 for all 70. So you could use a couple of million gold coins as production values. Is there cheap tie spread linen again, Silent Mouse? How cheap is cheap? 2 gold 10. Wow, that is cheap. I'm tempted, but I still haven't processed the tie spray I've got at the moment, so I can see my need for it is slowing down. I'm tempted to stock up. 61,000 on the auction house. That's so much. I'm tempted to stock up on it. Now that I've got a bit more bag space. It all depends on what kind of uses I will have for it over the next few sort of weeks and stuff like that. It's not like I could turn it into a vendor flip at that price. It's just the wrong side of 2 gold. Keep forgetting that Uncanny's faction lets you play on Horde on Azuna. The server is in favour of Alliance, which probably reflects yourselves. Yes, Harry Gamer. That's one of the things about Uncanny gear, isn't it? And especially with it being more Alliance balanced. It was 1.9 the other day. Well, that's definitely a good price to snap it up at. At least then you know you can do something with it. I remember doing the same with Shalder Silk towards the end of Legion, whenever it got below the threshold for that, and buying it up. A month ago you started with WoW again, had 4k in your pocket with almost no farming. You're close to 4 million in sales, 500k liquid and over 10 million region value of stock 3 months ago. That is a really nice success story, Jack. That is brilliant. Look at that. That's a graph and a half. That's fantastic. That's a good use of reinvestment as well, seeing it go back in. You got about 10,000 tie spray at 1 gold 47 this morning. Wow, that is really good, Dead Greed, really good. Yeah, it has been 2 gold 40 for a while. It's certainly been high. Let me just go through here, and then you did the vendor flip. Yeah, I think you might as well at that point. If you got it on a second screen going through, then that should be fine. There we go. Let's go through here and let's post everything on. Wow, time's going past so fast tonight with everyone in tonight, and I still haven't finished crafting everything. So let's run through this quickly as possible, so we can. I'm assuming everyone would like me to jump into Shadowlands Beta after this. We'll just go through and jump onto my last character, which is we've done Nadamas already, so we'll jump into El Morte. I feel like there's shady YouTube videos that's a big 100 gold per hour with this farm. I've not seen what my gold per hour is at the moment with the Titan panel. It keeps dropping down. Meep. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. We do indeed have a cookie floating above my head at the moment. Check out the Bangwood. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Zanzival. We'll do that. So let's go over here, check my mailbox. More followers, more chat messages to read. That's certainly true. And I do enjoy it, certainly. Right, let's deal with the expires and some gold. 30,000 gold for this week on blacksmithing. So that's pretty reasonable, certainly. VT, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Your gold per day has dropped since getting the bridge saw. Days of cancel scanning are behind you. Absolutely, Edwards. You can afford to be more relaxed about it, certainly. It's a good position to be in. So what have we sold in blacksmithing? Monol hardened stirrups, uncanny boots, inflatable mount shoes, a shield, a polearm and a deck pounder, totaling 30,000 gold. So that's really good. That totals my gold on these characters to 1.2 million. My gold per hour is at 1.5 million per hour from opening my mailbox this week. That's not bad at all. So we'll go through here. And we'll open this up and run a post scan. Surprised how fun it is to stream. It's really incredible. And the emotes are wonderful. Absolutely, Drizzling Rose. Couldn't have said it better myself. Can you show how to leave 2 empty bag spaces when you're cleaning out the mail? Yes, it's a setting. Let me just post this and I'll show you Swansos. It's over here. Once I've posted all of this lot on. Do you perhaps play on Terralion? I'm not sure. What server are you on, Edwards? What are you saying? You do. There we go. Did you notice a change in the inscription? There we go. Thought you seemed familiar. So if we go into TSM in the settings, under mailing here. Now it's a bit weird because I actually set it to be amount of bag space to keep free is 3, but it always seems to stop at 2, which is a bit strange. And then my fishing reel sound is the one I've got for that there. So that's what you do, and it basically always leaves a little bit there in the mailbox. So it helps when you're sending over a whole load of. Actually, no, it doesn't help when you're sending over braces for scrapping, because it doesn't take into account a mailbox full of things in one mail. So it tends to fill up your mailbox, which is why I always leave some tie spray linen and nylon thread in my bags, so I can send it back and free up 2 slots, if that makes sense. There we go. Okay, we're done there. I think we're all right in terms of restocking. Let me just have a quick look here, just make sure there's nothing I'm missing. We do have some mono-hardened stirrups. We need some monolite ore, so let's just have a quick look at that. Check the price of monolite ore. Monolite ore is down at 5 gold 72. I think I'll take some at that price. We'll also take it at 5 gold 73. I'll buy those 2. Osmanite ore is looking a little bit cheaper as well. I've got about 1,000 on me already at 15 gold. So my smart average buy price is 16 gold. That's just a little bit less. So I'll leave that at that for the moment, I think. Don't need to buy any more of that. So I'll take that purchase anyway. Oh, we've lost a cookie. She's gone off to get some food, I think. There you go, turn your camera off for the moment. She's opened the door herself. Clever girl. Alright, let's go through here. While token is going down, I think the rush for the Dynamount has triggered token buys after the blue post from Blizzard. It's not surprising actually, and the fact that the sale has finished now, hasn't it? All the Trallian Doomhound people are coming for your head. Only profession you don't have is blacksmithing. Afraid to level it up. Blacksmithing is relatively easy to level up. It doesn't take a great deal, and it's certainly been profitable for me at the moment. Looking at this, for quick gold you can do 3 difficulties of Hellfire Citadel for 3,000 gold per run in vendor trash per run. Takes about 30 to 35 minutes. Then at 425 sets 6,000 gold per hour per character per week. That seems reasonable, BT. I think some can get slightly higher ranges than that. Nobody type. Almost, Jack. You almost got it. Blacksmithing. Let's make these. Plate boots of the Aurora. I wonder if I need to restock on those in here under TSM. So let's go through here. Go to my groups. No, looks like we've already got some under Uncanny Selling. That's fine, we've sold some before. So let's go post these on at the moment. The first run took you about 50 minutes because I took so many wrong turns. Yeah, once you've got a run down, it's so much easier. Let's run a post scan there. I don't think that's going to work, Jack. There's too many subscribers. Jack and sticks a knife in the long boy. Oh no. We'll not have fighting amongst the mods, definitely. Abuse of power. I don't think it worked. How do I display prospecting information in the tooltip? That is in your TSM settings. Let me just post this for a minute and then I'll come through. There we go. So if you go into your tooltip settings, this is the same in TSM 4.10 as it is in 4.9. It just looks prettier in 4.10. So tooltip settings, you go down here and you put values here: disenchant value, mill value, prospect value. So the prospect value is there, and then you also where is it? I think I pretty much just turned everything on. I was seeing if there was a destroying one. I don't think there is in here. Yeah, there we go. That was the one I was looking for. Detailed destroy information is the extra one you want there as well. And that will tell you what something prospects into. They did, Mushy. They did. I think you're definitely right on that one. Yeah, 6K. I guess it's regular, so that will be the main thing, really. But yes, if you can find higher gold per hour, then I'll go with that one. Depends on what you find enjoyable more than anything. What's 6K gold is 5 minutes of wolf farming, as Drizzing Rose says. Mainly doing inscriptions, that's what got you 5 million, mainly because you managed to get all the glyphs and sell a lot of trinkets. Exactly, that's the best thing to be. Best place to be, really, definitely. So, LFD, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. So that's me done with my characters here on retail. Shall we stop over and have a look at Shadowlands? Have a look at that potential maybe 2x4 farm that Covenant was talking about. So one moment, I'll be right back, and we'll jump on over to Shadowlands Beta. Let's go over here and jump in. We can certainly have a look at them in Shadowlands. We just need to get the materials to be able to level them up. That's the main issue at the moment. So I think now we could go over here on Samadan. He doesn't have any cloth scavenging. That's the main issue here. Last time I tried, I couldn't get over to Northrend to pick it up. So we'll have to have a look. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely cooler at the moment. It's my kind of temperature, definitely. Let's guess who was taking a screenshot for the Wowhead blog. Okay, Samadan. This is the secret. Levitate whilst face first in front of the banker. That's how we took the screenshot. Okay, let's move on away. So where were we? We were thinking of heading on over. It was Revendreth, wasn't it? I don't know where the area was. It was probably around here somewhere. One of these ones. Halls of Atonement. Oh, what's that? That's Dark End. Prideful Hamlet is there. Okay. We'll have a look over in that area, see what we can see. Last time on Samadan we weren't too successful. But what I do want to do before I head on over there is have a look. We'll go around and I'll see if I'll go back to Stormwind briefly and see if we can go should text your entire guide since you don't have beta. Test it. Yes. I should give that a go actually just to see how it works. I'm going the wrong direction though. I want to go to this area down here so that I can get the I want to see if I can get to Northrend to pick up cloth scavenging. Don't worry, just my brain's not working tonight either. You're in good company. It marked with a green circle. All right, it looks like I haven't been there yet. Let me just have a look, see if I can find that. I'll just jump over here and jump onto the Wowhead blog. Actually, I'll just run through here whilst that's loading up. Jump into Stormwind. I'll bring up the board. Scroll down. Bring up Comnet's board. So I couldn't get into Northrend last time. Looks like I can get to Boralus and Oribos. So that's good. Other side is what I want for Old Dalaran. Let's just move this on over. Where's the... Ah, there's the circle. Oh, I see it. Right, okay. We've got that now as an option. So I want to see if I can get Jade Forest, Crystal Song Forest is where I wanted to go. Last time I couldn't go here. try it again. It does work this time. Fantastic. Grumpel, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So what I want to do here is pick up cloth scavenging. I believe I can get it here. Can we fly? Let's have a look. We can. Trade district. I believe it's the tailoring trainer we speak to. Let's try it. Tailoring trainer. Northrend tailoring. I think that's what we do. Hold on, let me just check my spellbook and abilities. Professions. Training that. Flying carpet. Relic of the past is the new stuff. The man in the middle, and now he'll give a quest. There we go. Cloth scavenging, that's the one. There we go. As Taylor needs to learn what I have to teach. Many Northern humans wear cloth. Continue. Cloth scavenging. Complete quest. 5 gold. Perfect. Thank you. There we go. That's the one I wanted. It's been so long since I've done that. So therefore, we now at least have cloth scavenging. So if we do kill humanoids, we're a little bit better off. I would love to be able to go and do and get my Kultiran tailoring up, so I can get the tools of the trade and the synchronous thread, so I can increase my cloth gathering as well and test it. I believe it applies more than just Northrend. Yep, thank you all for the help on that one. Right, actually let's Hearthstone from here, that'll be easier. So I've only got 25 tide spray linen. There we go. I was thinking the tools of the trade is only for BFA, but it'd be lovely to test it to see whether it actually is or not. So Hearthstone instead, back to Oribos. What kind of bags do I make for tailoring? I make all the bags, really. Hexweave, Deep Sea, Frostweave, Netherweave, Shalderite. And then I do the specialist ones, the embroidered Deep Sea ones if I get any hydrocores, and I do the imbued silkweave and the Hyjal expedition bag is another good one. Right, okay, we'll go here, we'll go that. It's not. You get more cloth from the cloth you get. Basically, you don't need. You don't get Northrend cloth from it. You just basically just get more cloth. So let's go around here. Where's the Flight Master gone? Flight Master was there. Have they removed the Flight Master, or have I just gone the wrong direction? Let's have a look around. There's the Flight Master. Wrong direction. Are there 2 portals, perhaps? Who's this? Keystone Vendor. Okay. So, Flight Master. Let's go have a look. We are currently specialization. We are discipline, so that should do us fine for here. So we want to head on over to this kind of area. Let's have a look at this. Not BFA Draenor, then Pandaria it worked. BFA didn't work because of the tools of the trade. Can you check the PvP vendors, check the currency? We'll have a look at that, Glad Plays Games. Let's just go through and we'll have a look at this area first, and then we'll take it from there. Favourite zone so far from what I've seen is Ardenweald. Glad is enough. So bright, it was very bright. I think Ardenweald looks the most beautiful at the moment. I haven't been in each of the zones that much, but they all have very, very distinctive art styles. which is fantastic. So we're not doing any proper spoilers here. We're just the only thing I'm not doing any quests or any storyline things here. What I'm doing is looking at either the zones themselves or professions is what I'm focusing on with Shadowlands here. I want the farming minigame in Ardenweald. Haven't seen what it looks like, but I loved it in Mop. That sounds like fun, definitely. Right, oh, we're having a cookie up tonight. Hold on, are you coming up? Come on then. Cookie's come to say hello now. There we go. Now we've got a tail. She's finished having her food. Now she's come up to say hello. We have at least a cookie tail in the way. Right, where do we need to go? It was down... Where was that map? Hold on, let me have a look. Let's bring this over. So we're actually... We just need to go over the bridge over here, and then it's in that area. So let's have a look at this. Let's explore. Don't stand on the keyboard, please, Cookie. Come over this way. Hold on. Cat streaming detected. Hold on. Come around this way. There we go. There we go. You can stay there. You can stay there. I just got to move my hand around this side. Hopefully we'll be fine. Right, so map-wise, let's just have a look around. So we'll have to head south, across, and then across again. I'll go this way. Let's go on our mount. There we go. I haven't seen that one, Rekka. So it's to the south. Let's go down here, across the bridge. The Grove of Terror. Sounds delightful. Okay, thank you so much, Goldmaking. Lovely to have you here. Looks like there's something up in there. Something flying around there. There we go. Spreckles 450. Love the name. Thank you so much for the follow. Oops. Forgotten Village. So now we head this way and to the left. Down there it would seem. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have some humanoids here. What have I got on in my interface? Names. Enemy players, NPC names, all NPCs. There we go. Always show nameplates. Actually, let's keep that on for the moment. That'll be useful. Forbidden Dissector. Okay, let's have a look at these. Let's see how we can do in terms of damage and things like this. Obviously, as a level 60 here, see how it goes. Not too bad. Okay, we got gold from that one. We've got 2 here as well.
For the master.
Okay, we've got 2 on us now, so we'll take that. Bring our friend in here. We'll take that one, and we'll dot that one. And then we'll go through here, get the schism going. No, that's not schism. Schism is number 4. Oh, that hurt a lot, quickly. Ouch. Pain suppression, quick. Power infusion. Press all the buttons. Power shield. Shadow mend. Heal. There we go. There we go, that's better. Phew. Okay. And we got 3 shrouded cloth out of that one. Okay. So what else we got over here? Let's go over here. Depends on how quickly I can kill these things, really. Them in pairs could be an issue at the moment with my current level. Obviously I'm playing as a discipline priest as well, so not necessarily the best solo character here. It's reasonable. I've never had a real issue with Yes, I've got no better Twitch TV at the moment. Oh, and another 3 shrouded cloth from that one. That's good. Going to avoid the pairs, see if I can pick off the singles. Standing in the trap was a bad idea, I think. Right. There's a lot of them around, actually. In terms of looking at a potential hyperspawn spot, this does look like it could have some potential. I'm definitely seeing a... When we last did this, when we first looked on... It was Tuesday, wasn't it? We looked at this, and there was definitely a big difference. I was getting very, very little cloth. And this already is noticeably more cloth. Because we're getting more cloth dropping out of each of these at the moment. Shadow Word Pain has been replaced by Purge the Wicked with one of my talents. And we're doing okay, actually. Their aggro radius is quite high though, looking at that. So I will have to watch out for those. So far I've got cloth in about half, yes. And multiples of cloth as well. I imagine it's just a placeholder. So we've cleared out those. Let's do a researcher. Not sure how well these will work. Hope the dying sound is a placeholder as well. It's not too bad. That last bit though, that last yah is definitely more excessive. So far I can see what Comlet's saying on this one. It's definitely got potential, this area. Obviously you need to really be 60 to be able to do this at this point, certainly. It's Night Elf, is it? Oh, right, okay. Empire Geckos, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. We're just doing a little bit of Shadowlands testing. Just seeing what kind of cloth we can get in this area. Okay, Mushy. Thanks ever so much for stopping by tonight. And thank you, Jack.
Jack _ the _ dipper cheered. X10. Woo ah 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 ah.
Almost. It was worth a try at least. So slightly less cloth in that lot. How are we doing in terms of cloth? Shrouded, no, that's tie spray linen. Shrouded cloth, we have 11 at the moment. And 6 lightless silk from before. Zazatude, thank you so much for your sub. That's so kind of you. Thank you for your support. And welcome to the Samadan squad. Really do appreciate that. Have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you will. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Icon's the same at the moment. Again, definitely think Bramblefire it's a placeholder for now. We'll see what interesting icon art they come up with for these, obviously. Okay, that was silver, so that Wasn't so much on the gold front, and we haven't had cloth in a little while.
For the master.
For the master. Okay. That's a lot of ducks. I like that. Is that duck sauces, Zanzifor? I missed duck sauce from the days when he used to do. Oh, I was doing the wrong thing there. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Didn't realise I'd done the trapper. What's the trapper fighting something over there? Hold on, there we go. Yeah, he's back to stream again, but not WoW anymore. Yes, I did see. I've seen him on my list. There we go. That's the best way. Avoid the traps. Don't stand in them. There we go. Right, and the mite is now after me, so I'll do that one. Ooh, interesting spider. That was suitably creepy. So slightly tough. Yeah, his old streams were awesome. Didn't know it came back. I've never seen any of his old streams. I would have really liked to have seen some of them. Right, so these are all fighting all the different bits and pieces. So we want to mainly just stick with the humanoids. So I'll go back around this area and take that one. There we go. Let's take this from this side.
VT cheered. X15. Whoa.
That was kind of close, VT. I think it worked. Oh, I love the hairdos on these. This is brilliant. And Swiftfire. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Oh, hold on. I'm not gain suppression. Shadowland. Not paying attention to my health. Or standing in things. Oh, are these coming over here as well? Looks like they are. Okay, that was bad. I might just run away for this, actually. I'm not prepared for this. You are not prepared. Oh, there's more here. They've respawned as well. Okay, so I'm just going to exit myself out the way a little bit here. Because that hurts. And we'll just go this way for a moment. So their aggro radius is really, really high at the moment. So that's something to watch out for. Who's the master? We don't know yet. Okay, they're still here, so let's run. Okay, hold on. Oh, they're still after me. Run away. Oh, now they're done. There we go, we're done. Watch out for those traps. So that was, how did we get on there? 13 shrouded cloth out of that. Obviously, if you were slightly more powered up, where am I at the moment in terms of item level? I'm 138. So, and obviously as a priest, there's definitely an interesting point we can use here as a potential one. I've got mail. I have. I don't know what it's from though, actually. Oh, that's from the Akama, definitely. Who's the master? Me. People stream themselves sleeping, so you're fine. Oh, what was that? That was the... Oh, what's that over there? Stonehead, level 59 elemental. I'll just have a little look. Because that looks like a wonderful model. We won't go here, though. There we are. Odrun, thank you so much for the follow. That looks brilliant. Probably shouldn't get too close. That's brilliant. Okay, we'll leave that one. Can you jump on these? I think you can. If you run past them, you can jump on them. But I'll leave this zone for the moment. We just had a look at that zone. That looked quite good. So what I'll do is I will... Can I Hearthstone back to Oribos? I've still got a little bit longer left actually. So best way back is to probably hitch a ride. Right, let's see if we can hitch a ride. There we go, he jumped on. Sin Runner, I like those. I don't know where it's going to drop me off. We'll just have to watch out. I want to go somewhere over near here, really, ideally. I'm assuming we're going to go around this way. Whether it will actually drop me off or whether I'm going to have to jump off will be another matter. Want this as a new 5 million mount. That would be good actually. That would be very nice. Okay, so let's exit here. And then we'll head on up there, I think. Oh, let's get on my mount actually, it should be easier. Can we fly back to Oribos from here? Is the question. There's the flight master.
Why would anyone walk anywhere?
Here's to Oribos. Okay. We'll get the teleporty thing with the bright light, so watch out for that. This is quite a nice looking flying mount. I like the headpiece on that one. And those are enormous fangs. I'm assuming we're just going to fly through there. Drop you right in Mob Central. Quite possibly. Oh, this is interesting. It's nice and red now. Going through this way. That looks good. Definitely scarier looking. It would seem like I'm dying going through all of this with the red border and everything. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, you are exactly dead. Oh yes, that's a good point actually. Where's my health gone? Hang on a minute. What happened there? My health wasn't like that before, was it? Did I lose health whilst travelling through that? It's a bug already reported. Okay, that was scary for a minute. Glad I was like, hang on a minute. It's almost like I'm dying. And I was. I never actually considered the fact that I could die whilst flying. There we go. That's better. Okay, so profession-wise, let's do something with this cloth whilst we're here. So let's go into our tailoring. So where are we at skill level? We've only got skill level 1, so there's not a lot we can do here. Character-wise, did I make the plus crafting braces? Yes, so we already made these last time. So we've got shrouded cloth braces with a chance to get an additional skill point when crafting Shadowland recipes. So we made these to skill up our tailoring even further. So it would seem like the easiest way to skill up at the moment is with some bandages. So let's start with those. Get myself a little bit further in. I can just minimize those so I can see things from there. Now we're yellow with those. Should keep going, I think, because we can get more potential skill ups this way. So we're up to skill 14, skill 15, and now that goes green. So looking at the chat window there, we didn't gain double XP. We didn't get extra skill points in any of those bandages. Either we were really unlucky or it doesn't apply for small things like that. I would have thought it would have done though. Yeah, I have got a quest here I can turn in. That's for the Covenant choice things. I've not done any quest things just to avoid spoilers and things like that. PvP vendor, right, okay, let's find PvP vendor. Where do you think that would be? It's probably down the bottom section somewhere. It's down at the bottom, okay. Nooblets, thank you so much for the follow. Let's see, I would imagine they're going to be in one of these rings here at some point. I could ask a guard, but I'm not sure whether they'd actually tell me. Let's go have a look. And then we'll just do a wander around, see if we can find anyone. Melville, Appearance, Agitator, Blank, Transmob, and the Enclave. Could it be the Enclave somewhere? Important visitors over there. Let's head round that way. Let's have a look here. What have we got here? Groomer, Appearance, Pet Vendor, Bazaar Master, Transmogrifier, Curiosity Vendor. What's that? A Creature Collector, Stable Master, Bazaar Master there. Okay, let's work our way around the professions area. Let's have a look round. Apparently you can change your gender. I'm not sure if it's in here at the moment. So these are the Enclave, the important people, I think. Won't get too much into story spoilers and things like that. I don't know anything about it myself. What's this? Facilitator of conflict, Master of conflict. What are these? Let's have a look. Conquest, earned from PvP activities. Well, there we go. Conquest. What's a conquest, I wonder? Would that be it? That'll be PvP vendors, yeah. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Let's have a look. So, rated accessory back. There's got ranks in these as well. So, rank 1. They all say rank 1 on those back slots. Is there any other backs? No. So maybe you get the rank 1 and then the rank 2 replaces it, perhaps? That could be something interesting. So these are all item level 195. And I'm currently item level 138. So that seems quite an upgrade, looking at these. Yeah. The Conquest is a PvP current. We have it in BFA, do we? Conquest earned from PvP activities. I wonder how much Samadan has got on him. And will your Conquest get wiped, or can you carry on through? Would be the next question. So it's not Marks of Honor. That's something. Interesting. So 195 neck, ring, gloves, crit and haste, crit and mastery, crit and versatility. So this is all for priest. If we look at everything, actually, what else have we got? The leather, plate, cloth, trinkets, leather, mail. So what would this... hold on, let's look at priest again. What would this look like? Wrist wraps, cloth treads. Is there a gloves robe, rated cloth robe? Currently looks like that. I'm not sure if that's the final look. That looks placeholder to me. Gloves. Is there a staff, a mace, one hand? Ooh, that looks interesting. Dagger, caster. There's another one there. And staff. Let's have a look at the staff. Okay, interesting. I love me some arenas. So super happy about the vendors being back. In the past, Blizz gave you pocket change for excess old PvP currency. Yeah, it looks... I've seen this one before, this staff. It looks like there are certain placeholders. Offhand doesn't look particularly interesting either. The mace looks good though. I like that. So whether this is the actual item or not yet, I'm not sure. Yeah, the whole set looks like a... So it may not be the final armour from looking at this. I mean, obviously I am not one for transport. You know me. I don't know any of it really. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the final look, certainly. There are 3 different vendors. Are they each someone different? Okay, let's go back and have a look. Not sure if they use different currency. Let's have a look. So that was the Master, Assessor and Facilitator. So this is using Shadowlands PvP Honor for each of these, and this is giving you a 175 item level thing. Okay, this is interesting. Unrated cord and unrated hood. Okay, and then this one, Facilitator of Conflict, you can upgrade eligible items to increase their item level. The currency required to upgrade varies depending on the source. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Edwards, lovely to have you here tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Okay. So we've got 2 different currencies here. We've got the Shadowlands PvP Honor, where you can buy something for 175 for the unrated. And then the Master of Conflict is for the PvP activities from Conquest. Shadow PvP obtained. So yeah, earn from PvP activities. And this one, let's just have a look here. Used to purchase unrated PvP equipment in Ouroboros and to upgrade rated and unrated PvP equipment. Okay, so that's used to upgrade both of them as well. Okay. So that's Honor. It's the stuff you do outside of Arena and Battlegrounds, like world events. Okay. Last time you PvP'd a decade ago, it was just Honor and Conquest currencies you bought stuff with. Guess it went full circle on design. It would seem... it seems reasonable to me to have that as a system. Obviously, my character doesn't really have anything currency-wise at the moment. When we can get to do character transfers, then it might be a little bit more interesting, certainly. So they're going back to actually being able to choose which PvP gear you want with your Conquest. From looking at this, it would imply it, because I can literally just buy what I want here specifically. That seems to me the best way of freedom of choice, certainly. Hobby Blast, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So that's good. If you're into PvP and you want some decent gear, I wonder how that would work with something like Comp Stomp. People are fed up with a full random number loot everywhere. That's really a good thing. I think so. I would agree with you on that one. The kind of like the whole mythic chest stuff, just dropping random things, is a problem. So if the brawls give honor, then I think you're in a good position there. I just want to check this tailoring trainer. So now we can make, now that we're 15, we can make sandals and the craftsman's pouch. Now at the moment we can just buy this. This is the first of the optional reagents that increases the crafting skill. So you can make that and sell that, which is going to be really nice. And then the next thing comes in at 20, 25 and 30. So we can look at those a little bit later perhaps. Thought it was a bag and got scared. I haven't seen any bags yet, Econs. Nothing that I've seen yet. I mean, if you look in tailoring, in the Unlearns tab, we've got the specialised armour, the armour, bandages, and a pink party hat. And that's it. There's no sign of any bags. And so at the moment I can make craftsman's pouch, shrouded cloth, sandals, mittens and braces. So the sandals are going to cost me 5 shrouded cloth, so I'm going to need quite a few more of those. Yes, I remember that. It was a long time ago, wasn't it, Metcat? I wonder if that's actually going to come through though. Finally, a pink party hat. But that was alpha data. Yes, we never know. We never know. Things can change. Recommend stockpiling a couple of 30 slot bags for Shadowlands. I definitely would say have a few for selling. Definitely. Yeah, it could be coming. We'll have a look. Obviously, there's plenty more builds to come. It'll be nice to be in a position to be able to test all of these. So I'm going to keep on trying with Shadowlands. I'm going to keep on sort of like trying to get some. Actually, that's what I might do. Let's just see. Let's go to the auction house. Sadly, I've got no Brutosaur that I can jump onto. But I will run over to the auction house to see if anyone is selling any cloth for cheap. Because I would make use of it. If someone's going out farming some, it would be very much appreciated. So let's have a look. Let's go over here, go to Stormwind, and then we'll check the auction house, and we'll see at the moment. Thank you, Silent Mouse. That's where I thought to run now. I keep on wanting to use my feather, but I haven't set it up here. I haven't seen an auction house in Shadowlands. There's just the bankers. There's not even a guild bank as far as I can see. Yeah, so going to Stormwind is going to be slightly tricky for some people. Obviously, if you can take your Brutosaur with you to Shadowlands, that will obviously be much better. So let's have a look. What's for sale on the auction house? Trade goods. What have we got? Core heavy stone. Let's just look at cloth. Shrouded cloth. There's 196 available for 80 gold each. Okay, how much can I buy? That will cost me 2,100 gold for 27. Ouch. Okay, so 10 will cost me 800. I'll just buy 10, and then I'll have to make some other characters and send over some gold and slowly build that up. But yeah, we need a lot more gold here at the moment. Okay, hopefully we can get that a little bit cheaper. Yeah, the same icon as Tie Spray isn't gonna work at all. Definitely. I mean, it's interesting gold making opportunities to be had this early on in a beta before we do character transfers and it all gets ruined. These are all kind of like just odd things coming through, so I might as well open those whilst I'm here. I can delete those now actually, because those are just going to be annoying whilst I've got them there. There we go. Okay. Right, that is me done for tonight. I want to say a big, massive thank you everyone who's hung out in the chat. It's been lovely going through Shadowlands stuff. I hope we found some interesting things there. It's been interesting going through the Wowhead blog as well. So thank you all for your support and your company tonight. I hope you... Oh yes, I don't know if you've... obviously, new video was out today before I started streaming. That video all about add-ons for gold making, if you haven't checked that one. Check if follow is still on. Do you have to be in a group to be able to do it? Yeah, I'm following someone at the moment, so that is working. So there's the test for that one. I don't know where I'm going to end up next, but there's a good test for it. my next stream will be on Tuesday, so not long now. So let's see if we can find someone to throw a host on over to. Who do we have on? Oh, the lovely Mozeltov is on. Let's send some love over to Mozeltov. Doing freehold carries, apparently. There we go. Let's go set that one up. My bearded brother, as we like to call him, / raid Mozeltov. Okay, thank you. Glad I'll probably pick it up tomorrow because I'll be heading on to bed straight after this. But I'll pick it up. Thank you all for a fantastic stream from myself and Cookie, who's disappeared. We'll see you all on Tuesday, hopefully. Until next time, from myself and everyone here, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon. Let's send some love over to Mozeltov.